Hello, hello, people. We are back with First Person Outward, episode 4, I think. Yeah, it should be episode 4. What's going on, people? Let me get this pulled up here to make sure she's working. We are good to go. Alright, I think we had to do the swamp today. I think that was next. Talk to the ash giants and go there. Okay. Need some more water. And yeah, that's about it. Might want to put like the iron away and the hackmanite. How about that? Okay, let's go to the swamp. Do I have enough rations? I do. Plenty of rations, plenty of mana. Alpha sandwiches. We're missing tartines. We need to buy those. And I think I was going to pay to go over there so I didn't have to walk, didn't I? Yeah, that'll be easier. What's up, Annan? How's it going?
This worries me. Yes!
Costs 202 rations to go to Monsoon. I have it. For the moment. I do need money for my other my skills over here too. I think I have 2 skills I don't have. What's up, Manuel? How much money do I have? 7 gold bars. Alright, alright.
Can I help you?
Yes, I want all of your tartines. Those are delicious. I like those, and I would like a cooking pot, sir. Sell eggs and a thick oil. Nailed it. What's up, Fandolph? Hope you have a great stream. What skill trees do you think are the best for chakram only? Chakram only? Well, obviously Philosopher. Probably... you could go Rune Sage if you just want the mana. Or you could potentially just take Warrior Monk for the stamina and then get more mana. Where's that at? Hex Mage wouldn't be bad for the damage. But probably like Cabal Hermit, Philosopher, and... I don't know, whatever you want at that point. It doesn't matter too much. Warrior Monk or Rune Sage. Just something to get stats up, really. Hex Mage, either. You could probably go Speedster for the cooldown. The thing is, you can't go Speedster, really, unless you're going to use potions. Because if you're going to go Chakram only, you can't use your main hand to inflict a probe. Alright, and then I want to sell... the gold bars to this guy.
Greetings, friend.
He has a couple.
Is there something you need?
And... ooh, he has those, doesn't he? Alright, with 600 on the dot, we should be able to max out the Warrior Monk skill tree. And I still don't know if we'll try Ice Sigil later. I probably should try one of the sigils just to see what it looks like. And we said we can't use Counter-Strike. Not really that easily, so we'll go Flash for the bosses later at the end of the game. That'll be pretty helpful for them. And I don't think I'll equip that one. We'll just keep that on standby in case we need it for this situation, you know? Case-by-case situation. Alright, now we go talk to the giants. And then we'll have to go to fight the Tanosaurs. There's that. Ooh, you know what? I could probably do Purifier while I'm here, too. That might have lined up perfectly. Let me go see if the dead body's there. Or does it spit me out on the other end? I don't remember how that works. If you go up from the giants, There might not even be a way up. I think you have to go all the way around to the spiral anyway. Okay, so we could hit it after we hit the giants then. Not sure how good the chakram's gonna be here, because these guys are pretty resistant to decay. What's up, fire hitter? How's it going? I'm gonna pop some mana regen and then my boons. We'll take the left route, that's the fastest way. Middle might have less enemies. No guarantee, though. Excuse me. How'd I end up with a max mana? Ooh. It's the captain. That's diabolical what he just did there. That was diabolical. I almost predicted it, and then he just said, no. Are we kidding right now? Man, point blank shot me again with the bow. I don't know what it is about first person, but for some reason, the enemies love hitting you with the bow when you're 2 feet away from them. I think every single archer I've fought in this entire run has hit me with the bow, just by, like, walking up to me and firing. Which, to be fair, it does work. It does a lot of damage. I don't like it, though. Take a bandage, too. A little bit faster. That man tried his best to take me down. Did not like that. Alright, shield guy. Put down another trap. He's probably gonna die to poison. Ooh, nailed him. Yeah, they don't care at all, do they? Nice. That was a pretty close block by me. Yeah, sit down, buddy. If you take a bandage and any healing, the actual amount of health you get is kind of high. Taking a bunch of damage in battle is pretty easy to heal if you do that combo. I'm already basically back up. Oh, what now? Another set of bandits. This is the third set of bandits in like 10 feet. That is not a joke. These guys are way easier with the Horror Chakram, though. Thank goodness for this. They were a nightmare to fight without it. An absolute nightmare. Alright, I think I have my Riddick light up, so we could probably hit this guy with lightning damage. I was gonna go take some water, and then they invaded me. Ridiculous. Should probably drop back, though. Put this down. Ooh, wait for it. What's the mana cost on that? 20? Huh. It's pretty high. I can feel like I can always use it, though. Yeah, what's up, Asriel? Outward plus first-person mod is already better than the so-called Skyrim killer, Avowed. Yeah, I never played Avowed. I heard it was... had some issues, let's just say that. I heard it had some issues. That's the nice way of putting it. We do need to kill a giant, by the way. We need the Heart Garnet. That'll be essential. Terrible? Yeah, I heard it was really bad. There we go. Let Get the amount of stagger off of that. It's insane. I ran out as soon as I went to use it. I feel like giants are almost too easy to hit with brace, you know? You almost never miss. They swing so slowly, you could predict it easily. Got him. Oh, this is like the one time ever he doesn't have a heart. Wow. I mean, it's not a guaranteed drop, but they almost always have it. For me, at least. Ooh, Stegosaur. Okay, okay. You're poisoned. What are you gonna do? Boom! Oh, I missed. Yeah, take that. Nice. Now he dies to poison? Or wait, are they immune to poison? They might be immune. I don't remember if they were immune or just highly resistant. Do I want those? I'll grab them. They are good for the bouillon, if I ever make it. You know, it makes you wonder, how big is the Hallowed Marsh? It might, in theory, be one of the biggest regions, because if you look at it, you could look out over the distance, and it's just the water. You can't actually see any other land. Except for maybe over there. Actually, if I'm correct, I might be wrong about this. That might be Caldera? No, that would be towards Berg. Yeah, maybe it is Caldera. Because Caldera is pretty close to the swamp. They're like neighbors, basically, from what I understand. Borders, I think, Caldera borders the swamp and Enmerker. Like, barely touches Enmerker, though. Let's check up on Goldbelly, see what he's got.
Hello, my friend.
He's very tall. He's got a beetle. That is about it. Nothing I care to see. Dang, dude, why can't we get his armor? His armor is awesome. Look at that. What? That is sick.
A human in my village? Oh, is that... Oh, now, if you want a life,
Go to the cave and kill the lizard, basically.
You do. I make arrangements for the talk.
Come back by end of month. So you have an entire month to do this.
Hello, my friend. Listen.
Make sure we talk to him about the government.
A little. Hello, my friend.
Then we can talk to him about his culture.
Hello.
He sounds so weird. Usually you don't hear him this much, but I'm so close to him.
Hello, my friend.
Alright, I think I did all the dialogue.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Alright, so now we gotta go do the other one.
Hello, my friend.
Oh, you see that?
Hello, my friend.
In the dialogue box. Hello, my friend. It's not even spelled right because they don't say hello, they say hello. That's funny. He sells a giant kind great axe and a halberd. These are not that good weapons, though. I almost feel like the halberd should be buffed. It's slightly too weak. The axe feels just about right. This feels like it needs a tad more. Maybe like 18, maybe 20. Impact is just about right, though. Alright, on our way to the middle of the swamp. First, we gotta read a book, then we gotta get some root, then we gotta talk to some dead bodies, and then Mofat. Get everything done in the swamp at the same time. What kind of damage do I want here? Usually, like, decay, ethereal, and lightning. I'm not dealing fire anymore. You know, I wonder what's up at that tower. Is there anything up there? I never go up there in any of these runs, and I feel like there might be a chest or something. Sometimes that's where the lone giants hang out. But it's actually kind of rare. Usually they're over here or, like, along this path. So you don't have to go up there. Might check it. Could be worth it. Let me go ahead and use the focus skill. Alright, a witch and a shield guy. This is like the most common duo I've seen. Nice, got it with both. Nailed that. Ooh, that is a insane combo. Decay damage isn't even good against these guys, but it's just destroying them. I'll take that. Aw, man, no, turnip soup. This stuff is my jam. Yeah, I need beetles, and I need the other plants. Let's grab all the live weedy in the way here, so I can make those discipline potions. Don't actually need them, because I can upkeep brace so well, but it's nice to have. Also, if I don't happen to be able to use discipline in a fight, I always have the runes as backup. Live weedy. Aha! Ochre spice beetle right off the bat. Oh, that one's on the other side. Alright, let's go check up at this building real quick. I don't remember seeing anything up there. I wonder what's in this tent, too. Oh, I already looted that, I guess. So this is the Lone Giant Tower. Maybe there should have been, like, a unique enemy up here or something. Maybe another giant. A guaranteed giant spawn. That would have been nice to have. There's marshmallows. And a tree trunk. Has 3 live weedy in it. I will take that. Other than that, this location is completely meaningless. Huh. Yeah, this should have had a guaranteed giant. I know that giant's guaranteed too, but he's more of a, like a wanderer. He could show up in several different spots. It'd be nice to have a guaranteed one here, since it's so close to the village. Or even Goldbelly. Like, they could have moved Goldbelly over here. Since I think that's technically still part of the town. Water. That should be it. I think we can take Stegosaurus pretty easy. This path, man, dude. Look how many things we've fought. It's just insane. Oh, I missed him. Haha, I got you that time. The sword... Ooh, another Stegosaur. Now they're spawning behind me. Fight forever here. Look how fast they attack. Whoa, that was scary. Right up in the camera. Oh yeah, we have Stegosaurus all day. All day. So I died in Caldera from nothing. Just walking around and didn't have heat, food, or water issues. It might be that heat killed you, but it wasn't indicated? I don't know. I feel like I've had that happen to me before, too, and I don't know what caused it. I can't remember. It's been a while since that incident happened. That has happened to me before. Died from tiredness. Yeah, that's probably what it was for me, too. I always forget about that as a status. Said a brain aneurysm? What's up, Cold? You're thinking too hard. Should be about 55 resist. Nice. Don't know where any of the dungeons are? Yeah, that's funny, because I have all of them memorized. I've played Caldera so much, dude. So much. Most of the dungeons are on the edge in Caldera. Very few of them are actually in the middle. So you just need to find an edge of the map, basically, and, like, just follow it, and you'll eventually lead you to something. Any area that isn't accessible also is, like, found through a cave, so you can't even accidentally find a place that doesn't have one. How do you think all these trogs got locked in here? It's a good question. This one's, kind of not open to anything. Just one of every trog type. We want the book. Read about giant family structure. Then read about the law. Then read about the law again. And then read about the family again. That guarantees that it has triggered. Close the book. Walk away. Shouldn't be anything else in this dungeon. That should be it. Next up, we have... probably starting Purifier. Dang, that's a lot of damage. For 55 resist, that's a lot of damage. Poison is a no joke, folks. Alright, I need all my tartines and everything again, don't I? Just eat the marshmallow, and it weighs like 6 pounds, doesn't it? 3? Still quite a bit. Okay. The swamp at night in Tanosaur territory. This should be interesting. Not usually what you want to do. More bandits. Imagine that. No way there's more bandits. My brace did not work. I don't know why. Maybe it thought I was off angle and just didn't want to hit it. Goodbye. You deserve that after hitting me with slow. I feel like I perfectly timed that brace. Maybe I did it too late, though. It's very possible I did it too late. I'm gonna grab some more of this water, actually. And then make sure I find the ledge, that way I don't walk off. That'd suck. And mana regen. Dude, look how many termite pottages I have. How did that happen? I know I bought quite a few, but geez. Here we go, Tanosaur territory. Can see the Lightmender's minions from over here. Be careful. Usually there's one right around here. Nope, we got a Phytosaur instead. That's fine. He should leave us alone for the most part. There is a chance that there's an alpha at the bottom. Those are Stachosaurs. Let's stay away from them. We don't need to fight them. They saw me. How did they see me? It could not possibly be the giant light that I'm showing. Ready? Ooh, I hit both of them. Nice. Yeah, I couldn't get away from that one because I activated the ability. Alright, bud, you want some of this? It looks like you want some of this. I wasn't gonna give it to you, but hey. Aw, what? How'd he dodge that? I am actually just impressed. So he should be, like, 100% immune to decay, I think. Oh, it's a Tanosaur! I heard him. I didn't see him, but I heard him, and then as soon as he hit me, I knew. Sit down. That Phytosaur should be dead. Well, no, maybe not, because the poison might not have worked. God, I said that already. Okay, now we're out of mana, so we're in trouble. Luckily, the Chakram is just enough reach to hit him, even if they step back. Race. Nice. Yeah, they're immune to poison then, because I think that's the one that I attacked. Where did he come from, dude? He came out of nowhere. What's up, V? Gonna stack some flint and steel today? We'll see what happens, dude. We'll see. You never know what I'm gonna do. So we might be able to get up this direction. I'm not sure. That was a crazy... I did just all of a sudden heard him, and I was like, uh-oh, that's a Tanosaur. I knew it. As soon as I heard the sound. Poke. Yeah, so this is the back end. We gotta go around, don't we? That's what I thought. Whew. Not too hard to fight with the Chakram. I mean, the Chakram really does counter him pretty well. Big fan of that. I think this swamp actually looks really cool first person, because everything looks so much bigger. Like, the arches actually look a lot cooler and stuff. I did me more live weedy. Did we see any more? I didn't. I think I walked by that one that I wanted to grab. Hello, Tanosaur. Now, if I get jumped by an alpha, that's a different story. Getting jumped by a Tanosaur is one thing. An alpha is death. I don't see him, though, so we should be fine. Didn't I fight an alpha really early on in this adventure? I fought an alpha and a Tanosaur. Oh no, the captain did. The captain almost beat both of them by himself. Ooh, there's one. There's one right there. Alright, we have, I think, enough discipline on this to keep that active. Let's go lightning and ethereal for the trap. Nice, so we have his attention. Poke him. I hit him just in time. I almost didn't. Wait for it. Yeah, absolutely annihilated. Dude, Chakrams might be the complete counter to Tanosaurs. Like, their backward movement makes them so annoying to fight melee. You don't have to worry about that with Chakram. Can't get myself to play Chakram. I see you and it looks effective, but it feels weird and underwhelming. Chakrams are... It's hard to explain where their power comes from, because they're so good once you get used to playing them. So, basically, they're a melee weapon. They're not a magic weapon in the same sort that you would think. They don't have a lot of range, but their advantage is that they do more impact than almost anything in the game. They do an absurd amount of impact, mainly from their skills. The Chakram Arc does a ridiculous amount of impact. So what you want to do is you want to usually try and offset the enemy's stability with your Chakram, and then keep them offset with your melee, and like swap back and forth. So like Chakram Arc, melee, then you do the disc throw, then melee, and then you do the big throw. The problem with the big throw is that one usually misses. It's a really good combo item to throw in between other stuff. That's why the runes have actually worked really well, because I set a trap, have them blow up, and then I throw the Chakram. Yeah, learning to play Chakrams like they're a shotgun makes them a lot better. That's Purifier. So if I do this correctly, I believe Blue Chamber is the best faction quest for doing side quests. Because you end up in the regions, at least close by them, when you would want to do them. What's up, Shath? How's it going? Going good, going good. How we doing? Wonder if you could jump off that hill and land on that mushroom. I feel like you can't. But that'd be a fun thing to try someday. Not now. That'd be silly to try now. Of course. Alright, so there should be a guaranteed alpha up here, unless he jumped off the cliff, which he has done in the past. Did not see him. Completely invisible on my screen, until he was like 2 feet from me. Yeah, dude, that's freaking sick. It just annihilates Tanosaurs. They do not stand a single bit of a chance. Holy Mission also has main quests in the same regions, so yeah, that's nice for sure. Alright, I need my mana regen. I gotta repair this thing, or the alpha's gonna be a problem. I didn't consider that their impact could be good. Usually play Mace for that. Impact's the best. Yeah, Skycrown is like an insane impact machine, obviously. Can't figure out where it wants me to be. There it is. Very, very powerful. Ooh, 95% ambush. What? Dude, that's insane. I guess it's going to be nighttime again. Anyway, so yeah, Skycrown's like the king of impact because it's one-handed, fast, and does 50 to 55, I think. But Chakrams are arguably better. I don't know if they are actually better. I feel like they are. Depending on the setup, Skycrown probably beats it just because it's so easy to use. But yeah, they're insane for the impact. They're also pretty good at applying statuses, though a lot of things are, because you could just throw it. Like Chakram Arc, or which one is it called? I don't remember. Chakram Pierce. It throws out and then comes back, so it hits twice. And so a lot of times you could just inflict whatever status you want in a single hit. Alright, I need the Alpha Sandwich. Decay Resist. Fire Resist, because he does fire damage. Want to take one of these. And then I want to see where he's at first before I activate my Discipline. Alright, I don't see him. He might have fallen off the cliff. Yep, he fell off the cliff. Okay. Sometimes he literally just walks off. I have no idea why. I've seen him do it like 5 times. What's up, Schnockers? Any plans to do a Lords of the Fallen stream, Sheen? I don't know. Probably not. I don't think I will. I'm probably gonna play it again with my brother in his free time, but I won't be able to stream it, I don't think. Never seen Outward first person, so dope. Yeah, it's really cool, dude. Really cool. I got too many other things I want to stream. I probably won't be able to stream Lords of the Fallen, but I did just play it. Okay, I am going to activate the Ice Varnish for this. I'm going to drop the bag and activate Runic Lantern again. No, I think I have enough time on that. Where's the alpha? There's that guy. That's why traps are so good. Look at that. You just bring them backwards and they just die. Alright, big boy time. Alright, big boy wants to play serious. Missed a lot of my skills there. We gotta unlock to be able to hit him properly. See, the chakram does just enough so that he's staggered. I can't see anything, though. It's looking at his feet. Wow, they are gigantic. Not as bad as the Manticore still, though. The Manticore, I really honestly could not see a single thing when I fought him. The range for chakrams is bigger. I suppose that using Sky Crown and chakrams could have synergy. I can guarantee you that if you... I've done that combo before. If you do, nothing moves. You had... I call it the sit-down build. It's kind of like playing a two-handed mace. You just knock over everything. The dino eggs. Except for with two-handed hammers, you gotta be up close, right? You gotta be like 1 foot away from the enemy. Alright, let's see if I can find the other ones. I know this one is right here. There we are. Take that route. Ooh, I didn't realize that he was gonna follow me like that. He's like right below me. Okay, I have a plan. Nice, the backpack fell down. Yeah, the sword doesn't have enough length to counter the Tanosaurs, unfortunately. I've tried to use it a couple of times, but it just doesn't do what I want it to do. I guess I'll grab this. Marble is a godly good mace almost every time I go to. Yeah, the Marble mace is one of my favorites. Probably Marble and Sky Crown are my two favorites of any of the maces. So the other one, I think we have to go down to the middle, which is why I never get it. Because there are 3 routes. You only need one of them. I've never found the third. But I never take that route, is the thing. Let's go another light. Okay, Purifier started. Tanosaurus defeated. Time to go to town, and we gotta talk to the priest, and we gotta talk to Mofat. I imagine we'll see a Tanosaur or 2 on the way. How could we not? Not having to fight 2 alphas is kind of nice, though. My question is... Ooh, there's another one. Yeah, look at that. That's devious. They put him right where the other guy spawned. What is aiming with a bow like this? It's not too bad. We tried it a couple of times. It doesn't feel that different, I'm gonna be honest with you. I could probably show you if I pick one up. It just staggers too well. It knocks him back just enough. And it gives you just enough time to cast the next one. That's also gonna knock him back again. It really has been a while since I ran runes. They're fun. I got 23 predator. Look, guys, 23 predator bones. That's like 9 stegosaurs, 4 Tanosaurs, and an alpha. Wait, maybe 5 Tanosaurs. The point is, if you clear out the dino cave, you get a ton of these things. Masterpiece Mace is one of my favorites. I don't think I've used the Masterpiece Mace. That could be a cool one to try out. Alright, boys. Come get some of this. That's a problem. Oh no, I hit the dinosaur. Alright, well this guy dies to poison here in about 10 minutes. What? Why are you attacking me? I helped you. Did I really, though? That's the question. Wow, the bandit one? Get out of my face. Two-handed embers are also slow. Yeah, they are. Can be dangerous with a fast-moving armor. Should try again. Think I haven't finished Sorobore's questline. Yeah, I will say this. I haven't taken Sorobore's questline with chakrams before, but I have seen people who have done it, and it is very powerful because the, like, probably 2 downsides. The one of 2 downsides would be that it has enough cooldown to where you can't just spam it, right? Like, I actually have to wait here. It's about 5 seconds that you have to wait. I think it actually lasts... Yeah, 6. So you have to wait 5. And then the mana cost. So you need... But the mana cost can be easily negated with good armor sets. It's just the cooldown is harder to negate. Just 10% is usually enough to make a difference. You could also go, like, Tenebrous Boots and enchant those, or... Maybe a wolf armor set. Get the adrenaline enchant for 10%. Oh, I heard him. There they are. There's a Tanosaur, too. Oh, would have been perfect for the finish. Oh, see, now you're gonna die wearing that stupid little hat. How do you feel? Annihilated her. She absolutely deserved it, too. Yeah, how you feel? Back up. Usually if you use Chakram and miss, and then you use the Chakram arc, it kind of makes up for it. If you use the arc first and then miss that one, then you're in trouble, because the other one doesn't do quite as much impact. Oh yeah, get over here. Oh, I thought he was gonna do the other move. Oh, come on. Why does that keep happening? My lantern runs out the last second. Got him. Yes, I need those. I absolutely have to have those. Yeah, that's why I wanted to do that longsword run, because I wanted to test out the Masterpiece equipment for, like, the first time. I really just don't use that stuff ever. I've seen a pretty good setup where somebody used the Masterpiece bow and the Masterpiece spear, because those, you know, the bows only use skills, for the most part, to deal their really good damage. So it makes sense for them anyway. The problem is, you run into another situation where Murmur fills a similar purpose. So if you're going for pure physical damage, Murmur is just better. And if you're not, then the Obsidian, Horror, a couple other bows are just do more elemental damage, so I don't know. It's one of those interesting gimmicks where I have no idea if it would be better than just using Czar or not. You just have to test it, I guess. Speak with the giant and then talk to these guys. Okay. Horror bow's broken. I think if we're going to be realistic about it and objective, all of the horror weapons are broken. I think they somewhat break the game. I don't mind it, because Outward is, at the end of the day, a game about combat. And if you're fighting a lot, you usually want to have a good weapon. And if you get good enough at the game, it doesn't matter what weapon you're using. Right? Like, I don't need a horror weapon to beat the game. I could choose really anything and try it and test it out to its extent. Horror just makes it way easier. It's just, you can get them so early through cheesing the game, and they do extreme poison. And again, one of the best statuses in the game. All statuses are good. All of them are good. But the thing is, some of the statuses, like bows, if you want to deal a status with a bow, you have to enchant it. Horror weapons come with extreme poison with no enchanting. Outside the bow, of course. So it's just insane to have that at base.
Oh, curious.
What do they think of a latch? Okay, I did that one, I did that one too. So yeah, it's a little ridiculous that you can get them that easily. I feel like the idea would have been to make it an enemy that doesn't... Like, if Shell Horrors didn't drop chitin at a guaranteed chance, then they wouldn't be as broken. Because it wouldn't be as easy to get. Like, if it was a 20% chance drop or something. But the thing is, you still only need one chitin. I almost feel like you should have to get, like, 3.
Is there something you need?
For the recipe. But even then, Cabal Wind Temple solves that, too. Yeah, look at that, dude. That's insane. I almost don't even want to craft him, because if I do, then they're going to spoil.
Is there something you need?
Kind of want to keep him. For Caldera? It'd be awesome. I need the alchemy kit so I could craft some potions here. I think it's the alchemy kit, isn't it? Masterpiece Knuckles with a Vital Crash. Ooh, yeah, I wonder if that's good. I have no idea. Finished Aroma stuff I can only drop in Sierza and then enchant in my equipment. Nice. It should be boss weapons, in my opinion. They're better than most of them. That also makes some sense, too. Like, maybe... I don't know. Again, I'm just spitballing here. I like that they're easy to get, you know? I like having a backup option if I feel like I'm just sucking at a weapon type and I'm having a rough time. I go grab horror weapons and instantly fixes my issues. I like that as a player. If you're looking at it as an outsider, you'd be like, wow, these are kind of a little too good, you know what I mean? It sucks that sometimes they're always your fallback option. That does kind of suck. What's the recipe? Lavwidi and okra. But I think 9 times out of 10, I try to go for a build that isn't horror weapons, and I sometimes just use them in the mid-game. Alright, now we have... Where are they at? Discipline potions, 12 of them. The Predator Bones, unfortunately, we are going to have to cook those, I think. Oh, I didn't realize I had the pot over there. Maybe less stats. Yeah, maybe less stats would have been better. The thing is, they are still slower, right? They're only 1 attack speed. It's just everything else about them is a benefit. There's no other downside. It does make me lighter. That just shows you how heavy predator bones are. Jeez. Alright, we've got the water. I need to talk to Mofat, and then we're out of here. Hello, backpack. Basically, having a horror bow and a Tanosaur axe gets you extreme poison, bleeding, pain, and crippled. Wow, that is kind of crazy.
Watch yourself out in the mud. Harm is there. Listen, could you help out? Here, this is yours.
I gotta go talk to who? This is the philosopher, yeah. The porcelain weapons make sense to me. The porcelain weapons are end-game weapons. They're usually hidden behind something difficult, a quest or an actual boss. Most of them are hidden behind mini-bosses. Red Lady's Dagger, Skycrown Mace, World Edge, Starchild, Sunfall Axe. Yeah, those all make sense. I like the Caldera weapons,
Greetings,
too.
friend. Curious. This
Caldera
worries me.
weapons
Damn.
actually are arguably, some of them, easier to get than the porcelain weapons. For most part, half of them you don't have to fight anything. Some of them require samples, which means you can't even get them till the end game, realistically. That part kind of sucks for those. But if you can get a good one early on, like, you are set. You're set. Duty, I think, is one you can grab early. Gep's Blade is actually the easiest to grab. Although it does tend to spawn on the other side of the bridge, so there's a possibility you're locked out of it. What's another one? I feel like the two-handed mace, you're never gonna use that. I mean, you could grab it. You could, but it'd be tough to do that rotation without new Sirocco. Toki Box, it requires samples. Scepter of the Cruel Priest requires Caldera to be, or an old Sirocco to be accessible as well. I have 19 meat. Jeez. But Duty's probably one of the better ones. I don't know what Shriek requires, because I tried to do Shriek the other day, I can't remember. There's something in between the getting Shriek and turning it into Shriek that I can't remember what you have to do. Glass weapons, quite easy to get. Yeah, glass weapons are kind of easy to get because they made them the default weapon in Caldera from Ornate Chests, outside of smoke weapons. And I like that, they're pretty good. They actually feel like an equivalent of horror weapons. I think majority of people are going to pick horror weapons over them just because of the extreme poison. But they deal about the same amount of damage. And they offer some nice defenses, so it's probably a good alternative. It's about the same difficulty to get, too. Like, most ornate chests are guarded by some weird monster in Caldera. They really try to get me with that Ice Blast, don't they? They're at 24 bullion. Wonder how many of them will get outed. Probably most of them. Basically, having a horror bow and a Tanosaur axe. Oh, I already read that one, didn't I? My bad. Oh, it was porcelain weapons that I didn't read. Porcelain weapons hardly end up being endgame if you're good, though. Yeah, usually you switch to something else. Just because you want to try something else, but I think porcelain weapons are the best if you want like a simplistic option, because they have the highest impact, they usually have the highest elemental damage of their type, and then they're fast. So unless you're going to play a particular build where you want something more interesting or maybe more challenging to play, they're usually just the best simple option. Like for a new player, I'd say porcelain weapons are better. World Edge is insanely strong. Chalcedony Ornate Chest is quite easy to get to. I feel like Chalcedony weapons is something nobody uses. Has anyone even ever used them in chat? Like, have you guys ever used a Chalcedony weapon? I don't think I have. I might have made the pistol? That might be it, dude. Seriously, nobody uses those. They kind of look cool, too. Hailfrost. Hailfrost are actually pretty good. They're just too end game, so nobody gets to them. Yeah, chalcedony weapons, I think you have to craft. You can't grab those from a chest. Pretty sure you have to craft them at a blacksmith, I think. The guns are the best, but redundant with ice shot. Yeah, that's how I feel. Oh yeah, Dreamer Halberd's porcelain as well. Yep. Yep, it is. That is a really nice weapon. That might be still my #1 weapon in the game. With Sky Crown as a close number 2. Sky Crown only loses to Dreamer because Dreamer has the reach advantage.
My friend. Oh. What?
Also does ethereal damage, and if you're bad at fighting golems, that weapon can 5-shot the freaking Compass Guardian. I've done it before. It's crazy.
Oh.
Okay, the only thing we don't have is a Giant's Heart. We do not have the Garnet.
Now, how you make this work? What you expect from us?
But we do have all the information, so we should do this correctly either way.
I hear. Does it only be enough? I think yes. Yes. It can.
Yeah, they join it either way. As long as you have enough good information.
Here. Gift.
Boom, extra 40 HP on top of the Giant Kind Great Axe. Should do a two-handed sword build soon? Yeah, I do need to do one soon. I was going to do one instead of this run, but I just decided to try the mod. I used the Hailfrost Mace because I forgot to get Sky Crown. I guess it's a good alternative, yeah. Makes sense.
Hello, my friend.
Would you like another Giant Kind Axe? Actually, you know what? Confirm that. How much does he sell it for? He sells it back to me for an up price of 600 silver. No. It was 300, right? So 700 silver. This man is out of his mind if he thinks I'm paying for that. Alright, let's look at the stats now. We have 155... Oh. How'd this end up being the same as my halberd build? 155 mana, health, stamina, and then 80 mana? Yeah, I think this is the same as my halberd build. Who saw that one coming? I didn't. Alright, let's go back to town, and we'll teleport over to Berg. That should be the end of this quest. Then we'll do the Crypta stuff. You don't have Peacemakers yet? No, I don't. Oh, I think I took Peacemakers last time, and I had the max of 155. So yeah, I'm still over that build, I think. Oh, no, we need to do Purifier before we leave. That's right. Ah, forgot about Purifier. How could I forget about Purifier? What's the fastest route? I almost feel like going back to the right's faster. Star Child's is so good. I would love to compare stats and see, but I feel like off the cuff, Star Child probably has the least amount of stamina consumption for the highest amount of damage. Doing both physical and elemental. Plus, on top of that, it has incredible reach and speed. So I think it just has every component put into one weapon. And you think about, oh, well, the only downside is it does lightning damage, and so lightning enemies are going to suck. Well, again, I've said this before, but lightning enemies, there aren't that many in the game. In fact, there are very few. It's mostly just the Lightmender's minions. So Voltaic Hatchery, and then Lightmender's Tower. That's pretty much it. Caligrays are probably the only other one I could think of that are annoying. And Caligrays are tough, so that's fair. But as long as you have a Decay Varnish, like, they melt. They die so fast to Decay. Too bad Decay Varnishes are kind of something I never get enough of. Pretty easy to craft with the Cult Remains, I believe. I never tend to make them, though. Do I have my tent buff? Yeah, I got negative 15. There's gonna be another Tanosaur here. I would not be surprised if there is. Yes, sir. Look who was right. How could I have known? He's only been here every time. Man, they're so good at killing Tanosaurs. It's unbelievable. It's just actually unbelievable how good these are at killing Tanosaurs. So Blue Chamber, Hunter, Monk, and Spellblade. Ooh, you went with Horror Shield? I like the Horror Shield. That's probably one of my favorite shields, actually. It looks super cool. It's the only one... So if you use any of the shields, right, they get shield charge. And my thing about shield charge is it's a great skill. Nothing wrong with it. But if you hit somebody with a shield, immersive-wise, like, I feel like it wouldn't do that much damage unless you're just full force running, and your character doesn't full force run. The Horror Shield, on the other hand, has a horror spike sticking out of the front of it, so it's definitely going to hook onto anything you shield charge. Yeah, you're dead. Next. Hey, you're poisoned. Goodbye. Man, I almost kind of wish I had done a version of this build before, because it's really fun. The one-handed lightning sword is good with Lockwell's Revelation. One-handed lightning sword. One-handed lightning sword. Talk about Gold Lich sword, maybe? That's the only one I can think of. Oh, Radiant Wolf. Yeah, that's the actual lightning sword. Yeah, no, that's great. That's a great sword. The only downside of that one, I almost feel like it is intentional, but it's too big of a negative, is that they gave it a 1 attack speed, and it really needs a 1.1. I think the balancing idea is that it does pure elemental damage, so they want you to use Wind Infuse with it and not use a Varnish. Because if you use a Varnish, you stop anything you hit. But it's just slightly slow enough to where it annoys you the entire time. It's specifically with lighter weapons that you know are very fast. If they have a slower attack speed, you just kind of are like, something feels weird about this. You don't hate it, you just don't love it. Alright, what do I want? I think I have enough discipline here for this. Hello, boys. You're poisoned. Can I get a good... Yeah! I didn't get the other guy, but I nailed him. Starshot and World Edge have same stamina cost, but the combos take so much less stamina with great swords. Yeah, the combos of the great axes are very, very stamina costly. Zar weapons without Wind Infuse are brutal unless you're doing a skill-based melee build. Yes, that, I would say probably Zar weapons and vampiric weapons feel like they shouldn't be used unless they're used with Wind Infuse outside of very, like, niche situations. Vampiric weapons especially, dude, it's a struggle. The thing about them is at least you're getting health back, so if you take a hit, it's just kind of not as bad. But yeah, vampiric weapons, I'm like, man, I want that Wind Infuse. Thing about vampiric is it doesn't do enough damage to not use an elemental varnish as well, whereas Zar does. So you still want the elemental and you need Wind Infuse. It's kind of a struggle. Whoa, about fell off the edge. Buddy, I am coming for you. That is Destroyer? What the heck happened? Poke. Poke. They should be better for the trouble to get them. I would actually agree. I do think vampiric weapons should be slightly better. Actually, you know what is interesting that I just thought of? Oh, hey, I got a bow. What I just thought of kind of is brilliant, and I want to see what you guys think. Vampiric weapons should have had raw damage on them. For how hard they are to get, they should have about 5 raw damage, or maybe like 6 or something. It'd be a low amount, but it'd be some. Yeah, bows are pretty cool. Because then that would make up for the fact that, you know, they're so hard to get. And it would still be like, oh, I don't want to get them because it's such a pain. So you wouldn't take it every time. Cold said no raw damage. I just feel like nothing in the game has raw damage. Unless you put Poltergeist on it. It'd be kind of nice to have something that had it. First-person bow's really Legolas vibe. Yeah, it's kind of, you know... I'm not interested in using a bow because I've already used it so much, but it is cool. It's cool. The problem is you have to lock on. And as soon as the enemy gets near you, it's going to be a pain to move backwards, you know what I mean? So I just didn't want to try it that much. Some skills deal raw damage? Yes. Perfect Strike deals raw damage. I would like water. Ooh, I see him coming at me. Here's what I'd recommend to you. If you see a guy buffing, don't mess with him. Just a little bit of advice for the future. Now take all these teas, because my stamina is decimated. Now we're good to go. See, when I have my Gabbary wine buff on, dude, I can use mana all day. It's so much better. Somebody said that the mage in Monsoon had Gabbary wine. Did we confirm that? I need to go check. I feel like somebody said at one point that he has a bunch of it. So even if they had extreme bleed, they wouldn't be that good, but it'd be enough to make them worth considering. The mage can attack in here, and that's kind of sucky. Ooh, that did not hit me, but it should have. This is kind of tough. I can't see much. I want the mage to stop attacking me. That'd be nice. Did the Rune and Chakram combo? I gotta recommend this to you guys. I honestly do. This is kind of busted. This is kind of busted. It's so easy to take stuff out. Alright, let me gotta read all the books. What's up, Insane? After playing with Hexmage, it's too uncomfortable not to use its breakthrough passive. I know, everybody runs into that problem. Everybody. The passive's just so nice to have. So the mage I already fought. There should be another bandit, right? Is that a free luxury tent? Yes. If you do Purifier... Actually, you don't even need to do Purifier. If you just go to this cave, there is a free luxury tent sitting on the floor there. I'm not sure it respawns every 7 days. I feel like it does, but I have never checked. Ah, that guy. Oh, crap. Things are going wrong for me again. I knocked him off the edge. Ah! Dude, that hit twice? There's no way. This guy hits me with this arrow. I'm going to be outraged. He's a dodger, I see. Sit down. Ooh, gotcha. Wow, he's got a lot of health. That skill, it pains me when it misses. He got me with the arrow. There's an arrow sticking out of me! Ah! Guys, there's an arrow in my face. It's gone already. Pathfinder armor has crazy high decay resist. I don't remember how much. It might be 15, 25? I don't remember. It is very good for that, yeah. Yep, very, very good set of armor. I've used it before. It gets a cool enchant, too. I can't remember what the enchant's called, though. It's like increased weather resistance in both cold and hot. Alright, what else do I want? I want to buff the runes so they have more damage. What's up, Lost One? Cocoon, is that what it's called? Yeah, Cocoon, that sounds right. Did you do the golden hammer from Monsoon? No, I haven't been there yet. I might go... yeah, I could go Gold Lich at some point. Probably after we do the faction, I could go over there. You, my friend, are easier than your other version. Okay? Because you're using a bad weapon, alright? It's a good weapon, but not in your hands. Ooh, buddy. No coming back from that. Dude, my chakram is breaking so much because I'm using it so much. Really? Pathfinder Claymore, very rare. Yeah, I thought it was unique for a long time, but it's just rare. It drops from this guy one single time, I think. He might respawn, I don't know. It drops from this guy, and it is sold by the smuggler. But that's it. Which is kind of crazy for a weapon that isn't actually a unique weapon. About one, if not confirmed yet. Farmer from Monsoon sells 4 of them. Okay, thank you. There's the door. Ooh, this looks cool, actually. Nice. Take that. Take the Liveweedy as well. Liveweedy is good. Need that for a lot of things. She's too good to grab 2 free gravel beetles? Ah. That just makes health potions, my guy. We don't need health potions. Or beyond that. Actually, I'm not beyond that. I just know that once I get to Caldera, I'll get free health potions from the giants. So I don't really feel like crafting them, you know? And you're dead. Mineral tea as well. Mineral tea is for the hot weather, is it? I think it like restores your HP, burnt HP, and then gives you hot weather resist. Dead Roots Key. And that potion, I guess. Love stepping on traps near Crypt Nuts on that dungeon. Yeah, I don't know why they put those there. They're the only... there might be... there's one trap at the beginning, I think. Mineral tea also cures indigestion. Ah. The trap. Right in front of the Crypt Nuts. I don't grab those either. I should, but I don't. So now we have the key. Means... dun-da-da-da. And my weapon is broken, so this should, in theory, be kind of a pain. Do we want to go to the spear for a little bit? Actually, hold on. Let's try the Pathfinder Claymore. I'm down to try that. Health regen. This does a high amount of decay damage. Yeah. Very high amount of decay. It's actually crazy to me how high the decay damage is on it. Discipline, which I already have for some reason. Didn't know that. Alright. So lightning damage and decay damage on top of vulnerability. This should do really well. Boosts your impact resist, though. Ooh. So it's better than I thought. How do you do the first person? First person is a mod. You gotta download the mod. Alright. So that does... I want to make sure I have light. Let me do that. Come on back here, buddy. I don't want to fight you with your health regen guy over there. That would be a pain. Alright, I'm messing up already. I need to not lock on, otherwise I can't see his attacks. It's kind of hard to fight not locked on, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of using the two-handed sword because I can't see anything that's happening. It's a very good weapon, though. Watch this. Kadonk. Kadonk. Yeah, I don't think we're going to use that again, because that was a mess of a fight for sure. Chakrams was the right decision. I was right in the first place to go with those. I don't know how I picked that. Somehow managed to do it. Still waiting for the glass claymore? Yes, we need to try the glass claymore. Actually, I want to see any of the glass weapons. I'd like to try the glass shield, too, because that might be bigger than the tower shield. That's a palladium spear. That sells really well. I should try and carry that back. I'm a little heavy, though. Ta-da! The glorious back. I wonder what this looks like on my back. I think I have lantern active, so I can't tell. Wanted to see how much light it gave off. Yeah, we can't tell. Such a cool looking backpack, man. I mean, I might have one of the best designs in the game for a backpack. and nobody uses it. Okay, we gotta make some decisions here, folks. Let's put this in my pocket. There we go, decision made. Way to go. As a group, as a collective, it was a good decision that I made for us. Isn't the marble shield also bigger than the tower? I think it might be, yes. It might be bigger, yeah. It's either bigger or the same size. Because it's a giant rectangle. I did use that backpack when I did my Paladin run. Yeah, I feel like I would want to use it if I did Paladin too. The more light you give off, the better. So as to purify the Holy Land. Do I have everything? I feel like I'm missing something. You know, it's kind of a funny concept that the Lightmender, the Holy, the Bright Lich is the bad guy, and then the Jade Lich, who's the green and dark one, is the good guy. I know it's supposed to be like that. Like, it's the whole point is it's backwards. Just kind of funny to me. Yeah, Marble Shield applies confusion. Marble Shield is also incredibly difficult to get. Except for one particular spot. And that would be the Jade Acolyte. Actually, that was why I was a huge fan of Definitive Edition. Now, some games that I've played, they do Definitive Editions, or like their final version of the game. And it's not really enough. I think Outwards was so dang good. So dang good. They added a mini-boss in almost every dungeon. Almost every single dungeon in the game. And then they added weapons to places that didn't have much, and also made weapons available that weren't easy to get. Like the Wolf Dagger, that is now a guaranteed drop from the Assassin Beetle mini-boss in the desert. The Marble Shield is a guaranteed drop from the Jade Acolyte in the desert. And, like, Marble Shield was a pain to get before, too. I think probably sold by Harmattan, so not as bad to get as some other options, but yeah. Is Marble stuff sold to Harmattan? I don't even know. I know Palladium stuff is. I'd love to also see the Galvanic Shield from first person. Okay, you gotta remind me when I go over to Harmattan. I'll try and grab it. Because we'll get a couple of those pieces for it, just from doing the dungeons. Yeah, the inner Marble Shield. Yeah, inner Marble Shield. It's kind of hard to say. What armor set do you guys think would fit with like a marble knight? Maybe petrified wood? You know what? I feel like petrified wood armor and a marble shield with a marble sword would look really cool. That'd be awesome. Dang it, bro. I gotta go all the way around this stupid tree? Who put this tree here? Do blue sand? I guess you could do blue sand, too. I guess you could do the blue sand. That one kind of fits with everything that's tank-related, you know? The Levant guards use cheats to wield marble, halberd, and shield. Yeah, I don't know how they're pulling that off. Guys, look! I'm going in the tree trunk. Wow, I did it. Amazing. Why are the trees so dead in this swamp? Huh. I guess that's what happens when all you have is poisonous water, but still. He said, what the heck? Looks crazy, dude. Insane. I don't think anyone knows what you're talking about. Enchanted Sun Shield? Yeah, I have no idea what you mean. Don't know what shield you're talking about. I would think more Elite Plate or Ammonite. Elite Plate looks very... Yeah, Elite Plate might actually be better for marble. It fits that kind of aesthetic. Very bulky, very defensive. He said, poison water. I wonder why. Bite, again, calling me out for stupid comments that I made. How dare you. Yeah, Fabulous Palladium. Fabulous Palladium's the... Would you guys say it's the best shield? Probably the #1 shield. It's the one I use the most, I feel like. I like the Fabulous Palladium because it also has a really cool quest tied to it. It's not a quest, right? It's not an actual quest. But you just have to get a bunch of gems and go there. And it's just, the first time you do it, you have no idea what's inside. And you get this really cool shield. It's pretty fun. I actually think the Wolf Plate armor would suit Marble Knight too. Yeah, Wolf Plate is pretty sick. Would the chest, or the chest would, but would the helmet? I don't know if the helmet would. Nice. I like how I missed every single hit of that. I love that. Oh yeah, this thing's like broken, isn't it? Yeah, I need to repair this. This thing is dying on me. You ever had to eat food waste to poison yourself after getting the bees? I've not had to do that, no. I usually go get the... What do they call those? The crab eye seeds, or I go get the miasma pod. For the helmet, better to use a cooking pot? Of course he mentioned the cooking pot. It is full wolf armor, chimera offhand, and a Cerulean saber. Looks so cool. Ooh, that would look good. That would look pretty good. This is gonna be the longest walk ever. But I have to, dude. This sells so good. And so does this. This I have to keep. You have to keep the backpacks, just because. It's a rule of thumb. Why do I have 300 silver? I should put that away. Wolf armor just looks sweet on its own. Wolf armor is probably the coolest design armor in the game. I would think. I would honestly say it probably is. I think Antique Plate is probably one of the most middle ground sets where you're like, I kind of hate how it looks, but I also kind of like it in a weird way. Blue Sand looks really good to me too. It's a very early game tank set, and it looks like it. It looks exactly like an early game tank set. It's got cloth on it. Full plated in blue. Nah, nice. I missed the entire arc. It was beautiful. It's times like this, you need to have your backup Master Trader armor to swap for the extra carry capacity. Another valid point. Antique Plate looks like it was designed for a Power Ranger. Yeah, I just don't like the helmet. I like the chest plate. I think the boots look cool, but the helmet, it just looks awkward to me. Specifically the front of the helmet, and the reason it doesn't bother me that much is you're not looking at the front of your character that often. Typically, you're looking at the back of it. And the back of the head looks fine. It's just that the front's like, why is my nose and mouth unprotected? But my eyes are completely covered. It's just kind of weird. I love the Entomber look. Entomber is amazing, yeah. Got the sweet hat on the top, the nice desert cloak look to the chest, and some fashionable boots. Very fashionable set, while also practical for fighting. Hey, Caravaner! What a perfect time to see you, buddy. Gotta make sure there's no Tanosaurs near me. Watch this, I got a plan. I'm gonna put down a trap right behind me, just in case. Boom.
Greetings, friends.
Oh, no chakram, bro. Go home, please. Nobody likes you. I just want the chakram. That is all I want in this world. By the way, I finished my Knuckles run, and I must say Caldera is too easy for Knuckles. That's how I felt, bro. I felt like Knuckles just completely cleared Caldera with 0 effort, and then everywhere else in the game was a massive struggle. It's so weird, isn't it? It's not how it is for any other weapon type. When's the Commoner close and Farm Tools run? Yeah, people were talking about that. I looked into it, and the enchantments for them are, like, not cool at all. I think one of them is it's either the helmet or the chest plate gets health regen. That's it. The other upgrades are, like, 6 protection, which is nothing. Stuff is garbage. People are trying to convince me that it was great, trying to trick me. Stuff is terrible. Caldera enemies telegraph a lot. That's true. That probably does help. What do you think the weirdest armor set is? Weirdest armor set in the game. I'm not sure, but off the top of my head, I want to say Caldera Mail. Caldera Mail chest and boots look kind of okay, but the helmet is idiotic. Just idiotic, bro. Looks ridiculous. Am I going back to the right place? Yeah. I hate that helmet. I wish it had a cool helmet, because it's an, like, interesting looking set. Too bad the stats on it are bad, too.
There's news for you.
Yeah, it gives no hot weather defense, which is bizarre. In my honest opinion, I think Caldera Mail was a last-minute thing. I honestly feel like they just didn't get enough time to work on it, you know? And they needed to throw another armor set in there, and they just made it. Because it does not feel finished. At all. Don't get me wrong, being immune to pain and confusion, I think is what the stats do on the armor and legs. That's pretty good. But it also is not necessary at all. Yeah, I guess they could have updated it with DE. Maybe they forgot about it. Said that's the point, but you can use throw lanterns. Oh, that makes it better, doesn't it? You get the super crappy armor, but here's the lantern throw. Fair enough. Look at this guy spinning a chakram. What? Never fights a single thing.
Make it quick. I've been hearing if you want to do something about Sorobor's involvement, you'll have better luck in Berg.
Alright, on my way to Berg it is. What's the best skill in the game? Brace. No contest. Brace, man. It's a beast. Do I need to talk to him? Nope, we need to go to Berg for both of these, so let's go to Berg. I'm gonna take my other potion, by the way. Yep, Brace is the best skill in the game. It is very difficult to play melee without Brace. It feels awkward.
Is there something you need?
Gives you a lot more openings and lets you enjoy the combat a lot more. I died 3 times trying to fight the giant at the entrance of Emmerker Forest. No gear, no skills, just some iron fists. Yeah, iron fists in particular, not very good.
Can I help you?
What weapons have you not streamed beating the game with? Chalcedony, Hailfrost, Masterpiece, Smoke. Everything in Caldera. Everything in Caldera.
Yes.
I've never used a Mace of Seasons, though Mace of Seasons isn't particularly interesting to me. I've never used the Galvanic Chakram, though again, chakrams are kind of, they all play the same, so as long as you use a chakram, it's pretty similar. Who am I talking to here? I gotta talk to the mage, and then I gotta talk to Risa. Oh, what weapons in particular, not weapon class? I don't know. I've never beaten the full game with Duty, Whirlig Spear, Scepter, the Cruel Priest, Grind.
I'm glad to see you.
Not particularly a fan of grind, though it is very good. I think I gotta talk to Roland first. Nope. Grind is very good. It's very fast. Does a lot of damage. Just, I don't know. I always find myself gravitating towards World's Edge instead.
Guide you.
Every single time.
Impossible. Here's what I need you to do.
Give me the proof, and the blue chamber will... Oh, this is for the side quest. No, we want to go turn this in first, then we'll do Risa. Maybe it's time to Legacy a Masterpiece Claymore and do some nutty speedster stuff. Yeah, we are going to do that. I was going to do it for this run, but I just decided to do a modded. We are going to do a Claymore run, though. Maybe it's time to... I already read that. What do you think about the Poltergeist enchantment? It's the best enchantment in the game. I think it is a necessary evil. Yes, it clearly outshines a lot of other enchantments, but it was something that you kind of need in the game.
How can... Wait. Thank you for
repairing
your aid.
weapons is just a little bit too much, you know. I almost feel like they made it repair a little too fast, though. Like, repairing... Once you have Poltergeist on your weapon, you basically don't have to think about repairing ever. It's almost like it should have been slightly slower at repairing your weapon, but I'm okay with it. I don't care. If it's going to repair it, it's going to repair it. Who cares? Might as well do it fast. I did notice that the knuckle run, if I used my skills too many times in a row, then they would actually still break. So it's not infinite.
Guide you.
Close to it, though.
I'm impressed. Wonderful news.
I've said this many times. I'm not against having blatantly overpowered things in video games. I think it's okay. As long as it's reined in by the experience, you know? Like, the same thing with horror weapons. The reason I'm not super against using horror weapons is because the game is difficult enough to where once you use them, it's fun. It doesn't feel like you're just putting the game to sleep, right? I wanted to buy Gabriel wine. He didn't have it, though. I think they balanced bosses enough with the HP that most of the stuff in the game's fine, even though some of it is quite a bit stronger than other options. The only things I would disagree about that on are the giant boss. The Corrupted Giant in Sorobore is way too weak. I have had some really goofy stuff happen to me to that fight, where, like, it bugs out and I have major issues, and it still is not a problem to beat that guy whatsoever, because he's just so weak. That guy needs more HP. It's probably the only boss I could think of. Rustlich feels fine. You could just delete him with Spirit, but if you don't have Spirit, he's hard. Excuse me. MK Golem, I also feel like is a little too weak once you've played the game, but that's a different thing, because if you've never fought him before, he's like one of the hardest bosses in the game. It's only when you know everything he does that it becomes kind of a little bit more trivial. Alright, boys, sleep 3 days, go talk to Roland, I think. I think the passive from Levant buffs the raw damage. Yes, the passive from Levant, which is 15% extra damage, applies to everything. Skill damage, raw damage, elemental, and physical. Any amount of damage dealt is increased by 15%. Which is why it only gets a single buff from the entire faction. It is arguably the strongest buff in the entire game. It's just not something you always need. Sometimes you gotta have other quality of life stuff on your build. But gotta tell you, you take it, you notice. You absolutely notice. Especially on stuff like split damage. Like this right here, 12 and 34. A 15% bump is a 15% to 34, yes, but also to 12. And it's like, whoa, that's kind of, that gets out of hand pretty fast, doesn't it? Now add on debuffs and all that stuff. It's like, whoa. Why is stuff falling over? Oh, okay. Need to play Silksong? It did come out today, didn't it? My brother told me that it broke everybody's, like, purchasing for a while because too many people bought it. It's kind of funny. I'm gonna put away a bunch of these potions. Because I do not need them. And then most of what else I have is food. Said Raw's unbeatable for tank builds, though. Just straight upgrade. Yeah, tank build's typically the thing you lack is damage, and so then you don't have to worry about damage at all, because you have... See, the thing about raw damage is also makes some of the trickier bosses easier, like the triple Gargs. Raw damage is so good for that fight.
I'm glad to see you. I need you to join the Crypta.
What's that? I've never heard of the Crypta.
Listen, it's how we have one of our members. We oppose the Scarlet Lady's efforts to... This is true. The Scarlet... Yes. I have already asked The collective depends on us.
I accept.
Here's what I need you to do. Once you've finished, report to Gabriella.
I shall save Roland. Roland is a problem child. Seen over 500k online Steam for Silksong? Yeah, it's...
How can I help you?
I mean, last couple of years, the only thing I can think of that was, like, pushed to people to buy is, like, maybe Elden Ring? Silksong might have beaten Elden Ring, though, for how much it was pushed. People love that game. You do live every day? I don't do it every day. I try to do it most days, though. If I have nothing to stream, I won't stream. I don't stream for the sake of streaming. Luxury 10, there we go. So if I have nothing to play, I just won't play. But I've had plenty to try out lately, so I've been streaming most days. If you go Levant, Merc, Monk, and Hermit, you're basically one-shotting everything. That's not an arena boss. Yeah. I think that's why the arena bosses exist, though, is if you do too much damage in the base game with your build, they're like, okay, you should go try this in the arenas where stuff is not going to fall over and you have to actually try a little bit harder, right? People have been waiting for this game since the first trailer in 2019, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy it took that long, but I mean, it is an indie game. It is indie game. They usually take quite a bit longer to make. I mean, look at Outward 2. It's gonna be, what, 4 years since the trailer? 3, maybe? I don't know. They take a while to make. Smaller teams. I don't know the team that made Hollow Knight. Have they only made Hollow Knight, or did they make other smaller games? I don't know anything about them. Played one round of the new stuff in Helldivers. It was neat. Big Worm. I played one round. My opinion is not the same. I actually didn't think it was that fun. The Big Worm was cool. The new missions were cool, but the new enemies are horrible. They're all medium armor, and they spawn on your feet and auto-kill you. I'm sure there's ways to deal with it, but I didn't figure it out in the couple matches I played it. I wasn't having a good time. The new bug holes are cool, like you go in tunnels and stuff. It's actually awesome, but the new enemies are horrendous. I was not having a good time with those. I'm sure they'll either nerf them or they'll find a new way to, like, deal with them. Because they seem overtuned. They literally just spawn on your feet, and if you dodge, it still hits you. It's kind of crazy, actually. They've only made Hollow Knight? Okay. I figured. I didn't think I'd seen anything else from them. The new Helldiver machine, though, is awesome. You, like, get in this giant tank and you drive it around to different spots. It was super cool. Was a fun thing to include, that's for sure. Yeah, 9 rations. Epic. Still waiting for Mount and Blade Bannerlord DLC. I've heard of that game before. Do you watch Blue Lock anime? No. Just got the Golden Fist, Brigand Backpack, and Scaled Leather Boots. Do 4 punches and it kills an Illuminator. Nice setup, dude. I feel like I should use Scaled Leather more often. Friend. I just don't. Yeah. Do I have the money? Does he move? That's the question. I think if I go back to town, he moves. Don't have the money. I knew it was going to happen, too. It's the second I didn't have money. All right, we got to try, though. We got to try and see if he'll stay. Sometimes they stay. Sometimes they stay. It's very rare. I don't even know if I have money, but I got to go check. Dang, bro. He's got it, bro. The Frozen Chakram. Are you kidding me? What's up, Chad Plays? If 9 Dots would have the capital from FromSoft, that would be maybe the more appealing game. ER has so much mechanics that are similar to Outward, but aren't getting used. It's a possibility. I mean, yeah, Elden Ring is a great game. It's an amazing game for what it is. It's fantastic. I think the RPG aspects are missing from Elden Ring, and that's probably what you're getting at. Like, Outward has specifically armor stats. I think the Souls games... For me personally, that's what lacks. It's like fashion Souls is a thing, I get that, but I don't think fashion is as interesting as stats. And I think picking fashion and stats at the same time is the most fun. You know? I know people like transmog systems too, but I would rather actually have to make choices based on both. Except for certain games. Like top-down RPGs, typically you want transmog just because you're swapping armor so much, and often the armor doesn't go together very well. Can we pick up some Gaberry wine from the cook merchant in Berg? I think I looked into it, didn't I? I might have to double check. There's 12, so 16. And sell some stuff, maybe get some more. So I need to walk around with 20,000. Jeez. That is a lot. Should do 100%ing Hollow Knight? I will. I will. The plan was I was going to wait till Silksong comes out and then just play Silksong first. Just because I thought it was funny. Pretty much everybody and their mom is going to play Hollow Knight first and then go to Silksong. Well, I'll do it backwards. It'll be kind of interesting.
How can I help you?
The cook, you said, has the Gaberry one.
Want to buy something?
Ah, indeed he does. But yeah, that's on my list of stuff to try out, for sure. Absolutely.
How can I help you?
And... probably want like 3 of these, right? Maybe more. Okay. So now I have enough money. Let's see if that's enough for the... If he moved, that's gonna suck, but he probably did. Probably did. Park and Harbor. That's, Is that Lil Aggie's girlfriend? I don't remember. That sounds like who that is. Let me know if I'm thinking of the wrong person. Said something right on that. Fashion clothes should be weaker than good clothes, so you have to choose between stats and looks. Yeah. Yes, it is? Okay, I thought that's who that was. Alright, nice. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think stuff should be ugly, right? I don't think it should be hideous. Like, Caldera Male in this game is a good example. The helmet is just ugly. Why would I want to wear that? But the chest and boots are nice. But if the stats are nice enough, right, you might be incentivized to use it anyway. And I think that's fine. I think RPGs in particular are all about decision-making. The more decisions, the better. And, yeah, Souls games just don't, like, the armor just doesn't matter. It's just not important in any way, especially Dark Souls 3. Like, Dark Souls 1 is important because of poise, but Dark Souls 3 is probably the worst in that aspect, where it's just pointless. Elden Ring, they did a little bit better. Poise actually matters a lot more, so, like, goat armor, if you want to be tanky, is pretty important. But it's not a lot of variety, it's just the goat armor. That's it. And then I think DLC added the turtle armor, which does... it's slightly tankier. Dragon's Dogma was kind of the same way, where the armor didn't matter, except for a couple of them. They had Bitter Black Isle armor. That stuff actually was pretty busted if you got the good stats. So he did move. He might have it still, though. Because you could get a chest plate. I had the belt. There's a belt that increased how much stagger you dealt. It's kind of insane. How'd that hit me? How'd that hit me? How'd that hit me? I used my skill, but I think the disc is just slow enough to where every single one of those hits connected. That's kind of crazy. Been playing Silksong for 5 hours now, and still don't know if the game is a sequel of a prequel to or a prequel to Hollow Knight. Really? That's cool. That's very interesting. Hey, Sheen. Gonna get a small rundown of the first-person build so far. Yeah, basically we just went Philosopher for mana regen. We went Rune Sage, so we have a lot of mana and we can use runes. And I went Internalized Lexicon, so I could use the Chakram. Because I wanted to, for the extra range. The problem I ran to in immediately was in first person...
Greetings, friend.
Yes! Enemies are very hard to fight if you're too close to them. So I wanted to play with a little bit of range, and these offer both of that, while also being a little bit closer up to the enemy. So I didn't have to just go bow. What was the third skill tree I took, guys? Oh, Warrior Monk for the stamina. And then I went Blue Chamber, so I had the extra stats as well. That's expensive. 20 gold bars. Ooh. Ooh. But check it out. The best chakram in the game. Let's go. Actually, in my first playthrough, and this game is so amazing. Wish I'd learned about it sooner. It's amazing for sure. Said in Elden Ring, crafting feels a bit off, but there's so much cool stuff in Elden Ring to craft. I actually have a slightly different opinion. You may not like that. I hate the crafting in Elden Ring. I've played probably too much Elden Ring, and I've not one time crafted anything. I despise it. Which is funny, because I have no problem crafting it outward, and it just shows you difference in games, I guess. Ooh, disgusting. Disgusting. The frozen chakram, boys. Went to get a snack and came back and you got the best chakram in the game? That's how I roll, dude. That's how I roll. Now if you get Brand, ooh, dude, we'd be destroying. We'd be destroying. Imagine Brand, dude, we crush the game. We would absolutely crush the game. I mean, I could swing it probably. I just need money. Chakram with Internalized Lexicon is something I thought about doing a few times. I thought about doing it a few times too. I never pulled the trigger, and I gotta say, I'd recommend it. If you haven't tried it, you got to. It's a very interesting way to play. Basically, you use the runes as like maybe defensive. You like set them up a little bit beforehand. That way the enemy... you have enough space to use the chakram. Because chakrams are a little bit harder to use at times. Boom. See what I mean? Especially with Element of Vulnerability, it'll really work. Because now, look, our trap's going to do way more damage. It's kind of perfect. See, yeah, that's what I meant. There's a cool and useful stuff in Elden Ring, but it's so poorly implemented that most players don't even use it. Yeah, well, as far as crafting, yeah. The thing is, for me, okay, to explain the difference more obviously, here's how I put it. What's up, Simon? What is this, Sheen Shots VR? Just first person. Just first person. So the difference between that for me is that in Outward, death is not something that happens as often as it has in Souls games. So in Souls games, when you get to a boss, typically you die like 15, 30 times, and then you beat them. Right? That's not a crazy number for a boss. You have to learn all their moves. They have multiple types of moves. They have different phases that have new moves. Right? Like, Souls bosses are very, very... there's just a lot to them. Right? That's what makes them fun, because you have to learn so much, and once you get good at them, you feel like you really accomplished something. The problem is, a lot of the craftables in Elden Ring are like extra defense, extra damage. And those types of buffs are great in Outward, where you're not dying constantly, or, you know, 60 times to a boss. But in ER, you die 30 times, you wasted it the first run, so now you have none of that for the extra tries. It's like... It's great for people who are really good at the game and aren't going to die already, but anybody who's going to make a mistake, it's pointless, because you're going to lose it for the next attempt. You know what I mean? And then when it comes to Outward, like, it's all about preparing anyway. And the better you prepare, the less chance there is that you're going to die. To a much higher extent than in Elden Ring. Also, most builds didn't have to rely on the crafting mechanics, so why even use it? Yeah, that's the other thing. You don't have to rely on it. In Outward, you do have to rely on it almost entirely. Like, you need your water, you need... There are builds you can make. I've done Endmerker build. The Endmerker build requires nothing. If you want to play that build and not use any buffs, like, you potentially have enough stamina and mana to play the game without buffs. But, like, why would you? Because the game's so much harder, you know? It's so much harder. Actually, if you ever played Elden Ring Convergence mod, if anyone has ever tried that, they kind of fixed that. They made, there are certain merchants around the world that sell infinite amounts of all the materials. So if you actually wanted to do crafting, it's a lot better in that. Because the only downside then is, oh, I died, now I gotta go get runes and then buy more stuff. Which I don't think is bad. It's just, without the infinite purchasables, it's just... feels kind of pointless. For somebody like me, at least. Like, I've watched speedrunners. They use all those buffs. They're really good at that. Rosum Chakram, dude. I was waiting until he got this. It was so random, too. It just popped up. It's funny because he moved, but his loot table stayed the exact same. Crafting and Outward. Extra money. Yeah. Yeah, it's... Outward's built around the crafting almost entirely. What am I doing? Find Roland inside the Blue Chamber Path in the Conflux Mountain. Tried messing around in the mod configuration, but there's no options there. Ah, that's unfortunate. No time. Brutally addicted to Path of Exile 2. Oh yeah, did anybody try the free beta? Not beta. The free, well, it came out for free for, like, the weekend or something. Anybody try that? I didn't end up trying it. I didn't want to play it, get addicted, and then have to buy it. So I didn't try it. I killed a guy through a guy. Feels weird. Blue Chamber for faction, gonna use the Crimson Plate. Probably not, because it doesn't have negative mana cost. But we could maybe use the boots, if I play this right. What the? Do I have two? I can't see anything, my backpack's in the way. No, it's only one. Why'd I hear a double bark? Maybe he just barked twice? That was odd. It's good, but still not much new stuff? Gotcha. Did it go back to being you have to buy it? That's what I was wondering. Like, did they go back to making you buy it? If you tried it for free? Dude, just melee me, please. Spin! So we don't have the poison, which was a pretty huge benefit, but I think this is doing way more damage. think. It's also making the weapon slightly better, though it's... Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a weak weapon. Not a big deal. Use the crimson boots and the blue hat. I unfortunately can't use the blue hat. I'd love to. It'd be perfect for this build. The blue hat clips in first person, so... I had one at the beginning of the run. I had to throw it away because I couldn't deal with it. I could probably mess with the settings to get it to work, but I found that I like this camera angle too good. Too well? Too great? I don't know. Words. Arcane Hood? Arcane Hood would be okay, yeah. I was just gonna go Antique Plate, but... Are there any other boots that could easily replace the Master Trader? Currently playing with Claymore, but I'm struggling to find something better than the boots. I mean, technically, like, Desert Boots are pretty good for stamina, but yeah, Master Trader are some of the best. You gonna get Brand? I'll probably grab Brand, yeah. It's very expensive, though, so I need money. Dude, chill. I'll get to you in a second, okay? I'm busy. I'm chatting. This man will not calm down, will he? Alright, I'm gonna use a mana potion, I think, just to get that back up to full. Drop the bag. Dude, back up. Huh, didn't put down a trap. Oh, because I used the wrong rune combination. Oh man, the frozen chakram's too good, bro. It's too good. Who let me have this? Who did it? Who gave this thing to me? Because honestly, they just ruined the entire game for themselves. This thing's about to break every boss. The Master Trader, the glorious man that he is, hath bestowed upon me the power to delete outward. What about chestplate? Currently using Runic. Yeah, Runic's really good. Actually, Runic is one of the best. The problem with Runic is that the negatives are quite high compared to other ones. It has weirdly high negatives. I think it's probably because of the positives. It has so many. Mana cost, it's got barrier, it's got physical resist. It's kind of an insane armor set. Excuse me? No one dodges me. I have a trap down, would anyone like to walk into it? Where is everybody? Why is this base empty? Oh, there you are. Spin! How did that also miss almost every time? Nailed it! Goodbye. Never used the trap, though. No one walked into it. How do you even enable first-person mode? Debug menu I got, but this is wild. So debug menu is actually a thing that the devs left us so we could experiment with stuff. The first person is a mod. This was made by the same guy that made the Caldera Samples mod, which activates all the samples at the same time, which I haven't tried that out because we haven't been to Caldera yet, but I will try that eventually. I embarrassed that man. I didn't mean to do that to that guy, but dude, I was so far away, I'm surprised it hit. I really am. I did not see that. It looked like it was totally gonna miss. Hello. Oh, stand back up, poor guy. Sit back down. See ya. We need to go through Blue Chamber, because that's where Roland's at. Yes, okay. I think I started the treasure hunt quest, too. I could do that in Endmarker if I ever go back. The range is actually huge. Yeah, it's a little bit more than you think, but it's also less than you think. Chakrams are weird like that. Is it possible to toggle between first and third, or only via mod menu? Only via mod menu. Mod really makes the game like a better Oblivion Skyrim go-to. It does feel kind of like a Skyrim vibe, yeah. Listen, the first day was rough, okay? That's when most of the people saw this. That's probably what most of the people saw was the first day. Because I had to change the camera angle slightly. I was, like, way too low to the ground. And just a slight adjustment, and it feels nearly perfect. And you gotta get used to it, too. Even still, playing with, like, an axe, you're inside the enemy too much, so it's awkward. If you infuse your weapon, does the chakram get a buff? No. Chakrams are unique. They are magic, but also melee, so they do not get the melee buffs, but they're used in close range. I think I'm good. I'm going to use one of these, actually. We have a giant area to clear with a lot of enemies. Go Runic Protection. And then we'll go Runic Lantern. I don't have Discipline, so let's just take a potion. By the way, when will you return to Berg? Check Alchemist, Shopkeeper, and Chef. You can buy up to 34 wine if you're lucky. Ooh, no way. I didn't know that. Chakrams are so clean. Roland!
Oh, what? Well, I'll take...
Okay, option 1 is wrong. Option 2 is correct.
Yeah, bye.
It is kind of weird, though. Why would you come save a guy and then be like, alright, keep going through the dungeon, I'll follow you 5 minutes later. Why don't you just go with the guy? Oh, shoot. I'm lost. Ah! How do I get back to the beginning? Oh, here it is. That wasn't that hard. Worried about the optimization of Hour 2 since it's Unreal Engine? Yeah, Unreal Engine might be the most unsatisfying thing ever created. I believe so. Nine Dots does a pretty good job of their games. I have hope that they will do a good job optimizing it to make sure it works correctly. No guarantees, though. Kind of a bad encounter. All the trogs kind of grouped up. I don't like that. My runes are doing the thing again where they don't use the right symbol for some reason. Did I press the wrong button? Because I know I pressed... Dang it, this elemental is a problem. You, sir, are a problem. Yeah, nobody's above being a bad dev at this point, because pretty much everybody's betrayed us, but I think with the amount of love they put into Outward, I don't see them just being like, yeah, optimization is for the birds. Is he gonna cast the stupid thing? He did. Oh, it still hit me. I did my best, guys, but it's first person. I can't see it. I tried. Oh, wow, I missed. I was impressed with this first one when I saw my friend running it on his potato PC. Yeah, I can run it on my laptop that I own. Though I do have to lower settings quite a bit. I don't know. People are skeptical about it being on Unreal Engine. I am too, but I'm also kind of excited because Outward's amazing. I love the graphics that it has because it really fits the setting. But also there's some issues. You know, you get these cracks in the world, especially in the desert. If you're too far away from a certain point, there's like a line in the sand, you know? So hopefully that stuff will get ironed out and not be in too. That doesn't happen to everybody either. It's just certain settings that you have it on. I feel like I want to brace this guy. Yes, I ran it into a wall. Dude, the mages actually look really cool in first person. You don't really even notice them at all in third person. Morrowind looks different than I remember, Sheen. Yeah, Hot Wheels. It's crazy, isn't it? Okay, no trogs in here. I want to see how things change due to the change of engine. Yeah, it'll be really interesting. I'm sure I'll end up making a video on the difference between, like, going from Unity to Unreal Engine, from Outward 1 to Outward 2. You know me, I'll make a ton of videos on Outward 2 when it comes out. If you can think of it, I'll probably make it. That'll be my game, bro. I'm excited for that game. How could I not be? I have spent years of my life at this point with Outward. It's been a great time. I think they'll manage a good optimization with Unreal Engine. Also not the biggest UE5 fan, but compared to Unity, can only be better. Yeah, I mean, Unreal Engine 5 isn't awful all the time. It's just that it's gotten a bad reputation because so many slop games are made out of it. Games literally nobody cares about, but are for some reason existing. And they all have the same kind of style of graphics, right? Darn, that missed. I was hoping it wouldn't. Dude, Frozen Chakram. This thing is a beast. When somebody types, can you hear it, or do you have to manually read it? I read it. I read it out. Do a video on every pixel of the game. Alright, I got you, dude. When I said every type of video, I don't know if I meant that. How's the bouillon looking? I haven't taken it in a while. Actually looking pretty good. Let's build our game with the assets store. Yeah, there's a guy that I've watched. I don't know his name. He's talking about that, though, actually. Like, a lot of stuff, a lot of that Unreal Engine stuff gets outsourced to other countries, and they really do just, like, take it to the asset store, and it just gets all the same assets. Like, we joke about it, but that's a legitimate thing, apparently.
I wanted as much mana...
Roland, you moron! Don't call him that. It's bad.
With it? Nice. Hey, can you do me a favor?
I like Roland. He's a good NPC. He's just down on his luck type of guy.
There's this cave on the beach near... Oh, thank you.
Okay, we don't need anything else here, do we? Find Roland in the Starfish Cave south of Cierzo? On my way, Roland. On my way. I'll save you again, buddy. I'll save you as many times as you need. Though I prefer to stop doing it. Can I get the Roland sword? Thing looks cool. You can, actually. You want me to summon it? What's the runic combination for the swords? Is it... It's something purple, right? It's like a red-purple? Red? Ta-da! I have his sword. It's Roland's sword. Actually, the one-handed would be really good now that I have the debuff. Elemental vulnerability. The one-handed is gonna destroy. Okay, what if I do it again? Does it turn small? No, it doesn't. So, maybe I equip this. Yeah, it puts it away. Yeah, there we go. So this does 31 damage. It does only 12 impact, but it's actually a good pairing with this, because this will do our impact, and then we do the damage with the sword. The poke should be... It should be faster than the other option, too. No, it still has 1 attack speed? Really? Huh. I thought I had 1. Yeah, runic combinations are pretty cool, dude. You can do some neat stuff with it. Alright, I need that, and I need probably the bullion for the stamina. Check this out. I'm about to do so much damage to this guy. It's gonna be awesome. Where's he at? There you are. It did the thing again. Interesting. Why am I not getting my lantern, guys? I already have it? Oh, I already have it. Okay. I'm a dummy. My bad. Takes 3 hits for elemental vulnerability. Okay, that is something I needed to know. I'm over here casting a runic lantern. Why can't I see my runic lantern? Oh, it's above my head. The first real boss of the first playthroughs? Yeah. The shield guy. Where'd the chicken go? Because he was just over here. He killed this guy and ran off. Oh, there he is. Oh, he might have low health. Because he's backing up. No, he has full health. Alright, triple bandit fight. I'm down. That's a pretty good poke damage. Pretty good poke damage right there. Not amazing, but pretty good. First real boss is a mantis shrimp. Yeah, mantis shrimp usually destroys people early on. They're like, why does this guy have so many AoEs? Yeah, this is gonna be good in Caldera, I can tell you that right now. Ooh, this is gonna be good in Caldera. So we hit like a Mediz with the chakram. Knock him down, and then we just go ham with the sword. Does consume 10% more mana, though, when I have that off. That part is a slight bummer. The range attack of the mantis got me off guard. Yeah, it has that range lightning ball. You just don't see that coming. So one of those right there, and it's instant vulnerability. That's not bad. That guy did not last as long as his buddy. Or him. I do not feel bad at all. He deserved it. Alright, I'm out of tea again. It's like the sniper shrimp from Elden Ring. Yeah, those are worse though, bro. Like, oh my word. Talk about an enemy in a video game you don't fight. Those are one. I've played Elden Ring probably like 18 plus times. I've never fought one. Walked up to one time and I said never again. I love the Chersonese music in the background. Yeah, Chersonese has a very relaxing and adventurous music. I love it. Very fun. I think we killed all the bandits early. There ain't nothing over here. Avant music is the best. I like Hallowed Marsh the best. Which is funny, because Hallowed Marsh is not my favorite region, but the music I'm a huge fan of. Actually, this is going to work out that it's almost nighttime, because it has to be nighttime when I get over here. Ooh, doggos. Okay. 1 doggo or 2? Looks like a 1. Why is there 1? Oh, one of them might have gone off and chased a chicken. They do that sometimes. Of course it ran out at the last second. Dang, bro, a runic trap is something else, isn't it? It's something else. There's nothing quite like it in the game where you can just use it and basically never get touched as long as you're careful enough. At least for magic. Like, sigil magic is kind of crazy, but the 5-second cooldown is much different than the runes. The runes are so spammable. Can't wait to hear the Outward 2 soundtracks. Yeah, same guy's making them. And same guy that made the Outward 1 soundtrack. And the stuff in the trailer and the demo, like, it was all already amazing. Yeah, he does very good work. I don't think he's done much else other than Outward that I know of, at least. And it's just very impressive what he put together. When are Outward 2 playtests happening? I don't know. Hopefully they're going to release a live stream. 9dots will do another live stream this month and talk about some stuff. They do have alternate starts. I don't know if anybody who's not heard me say that before knew about that, but yeah, they have alternate starts in Outward 2. That was in their last live stream. They talked about that. I haven't made a video on it because there's not enough to make. I need them to do another live stream before I can talk about it. Yeah, they accidentally leaked it. GM went to go play Outward 2 to show some people some stuff in the live stream. And he accidentally went to the alternate start screen instead of... He's like, I didn't want to show you guys this, but it's here. Yeah, it's been a bit since I looked at it. I don't remember exactly what it looked like, but there's like where you can start options, and then I think you can start with different... It's possible you start with different stats, kind of like the alternate start actually works, how the mod for this game is. I don't remember, though. I know you can start in 4 different regions, though. I assume 4 different regions. Whatever regions they have available, you can start in all of them, I believe. Monsoon Song is something else when you enter for the first time. Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? It's really good. So jealous of you playing that bit too. Dude, I was surprised because basically how it worked is they had the alpha demo and it was available at some like gaming convention that they did. I think it's over in Europe. I have no idea though. I could be making that up. I don't remember. And so like obviously I didn't go to that. And I'm like, well, that sucks. People got to try it. I'd love to have tried it. And then they hit me up and they were just like, hey, You made a ton of content for the game. Do you want to try it out? And I was like, yes. So GM sent me the demo version. I played it, and I was like, yeah, this is awesome.
I've made a terrible mistake. Oh, right. Oh, I'll see you back in Burr.
Alright, what are the things we need for this, guys? Does anyone remember? I believe it's a blue sand, which we have. Some sort of gem, which is probably in my chest. And then I need... It's either a Hackmanite or a Mana Stone. I can't remember which. Excuse me. Think they'll listen about the criticism? Yeah, it's tricky because... See, my opinions of Outward and, like, general criticisms of... I've always liked Toad Defense, where I always try to understand people's criticisms of it. Like, they hate the open world, it's too empty, and they hate how much walking you have to do. Obviously, you could see my playtime. I couldn't care less, right? Like, in reality, I play it, I have a lot of fun. But I will say it does matter, right? It is something that's important to take note of, because specifically you notice it if you play co-op. Because you're walking around with a buddy, and you're walking for so long to reach combat scenarios. So it is a thing, right? Like, it is a potential criticism. It's just not one that I care about too much. The thing in 2 is that they did say that was one of the main things they're working on. They want the world to be denser. They want it to feel like a... It's not quite as empty, that type of thing. Yeah, but that's the other thing. People hate that it doesn't have fast travel, but, like, it can't have fast travel. End of story. And the second one doesn't have fast travel. They already talked about that. Now, I do like the Soroborean Caravaner mod. I think that's fine. I think if they wanted to include something like that, they should just make it cost a lot so that you would have to actually pay the price to go where you want to go. And that's okay. I don't mind that at all. But I don't know if they'll take that route. How's it in first person? It's a mod. There'll be an alternative start with characteristics with pros and or cons. That's what I thought, but I hadn't seen anything on it, so I didn't want to definitively say that. Need an emerald or a ruby, right. Bye, chicken. So I should probably mine on the way back to town. Actually, we could go to Cierzo and then just, like, travel? Am I out of money, though? I might be out of money. Kind of out of money. Sheen, did you do Rust and Vengeance yet? I want to see Guardian in first person. I have not done Rust and Vengeance yet. We'll do that after Faction, probably. That's when I usually do it. Aha! There they are. I knew there'd be hyenas. I think Outward's more about the journey than the destiny. Like, most of the memorable things that happened to me and my friends happened while we were on the way to somewhere. Yes, yeah, and that's something that, I mean, you can tell even from me including the Soroboreans mod. When I have it equipped, I don't have to travel in between regions. So you don't get all the random fights. Now, I'm fighting a lot anyway, just because it's me and I want to fight stuff. But if I really wanted to, I wouldn't have to fight almost anything. I just do because I'm stream and that's boring if I don't fight anything, right? Also, I get bored if I don't fight anything. I want to kill everything that comes in my path. I have a problem. I'm addicted. You gotta be careful with the pack beasts, though, because permadeath is a thing. Yeah, they did say they can die, which will be interesting. How they balance that will be really, really unique. I'd love to see that. Oh, nothing. Are there large veins up by the hyenas? Are there? I gotta check my chest. I might have gems in my chest. Did you do Belira's questline? Yes, I did Belira's questline. That was when I went and did Vendaval. I think that was yesterday, actually. For me, most critics' hands-on scenario, the story feels a bit lack of in the voice dialogue. I thought it was really sad because the story isn't bad. Yeah, I don't know. I love the story. But again, you got to understand that if you're coming from somebody who is like, they're not an Outward player, they just play games, and they play through Outward once, would you think that the story is good? No. How could you? You missed over half the story. You have to play the game 4 times to get the full story. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not an Outward player, you wouldn't think the story's good. Just because of how it's built, you know? So it's understandable when people say that stuff, but I'm always like, well, you got to take it with a grain of salt, because they might not even play half the story to even know if it's good or not. What happens when you reach 100% corruption? You explode and take raw damage, decay damage, and get, I think, 2 or 3 debuffs attached to you. It almost kills you every time. Alright, I don't have a Hackman. I don't think I need one, though. And I don't have a gem, either. Bummer. That is a bummer. What's the play here, gentlemen? Gentlemen. Let's go do Cabal Wind Temple, because I gotta go back there anyway to kill the enemies, and then we'll get the item on the way there, probably. Yeah, that'll be a fun way to do it. Okay. I'm down for that. Why do I have so much food? I have a food problem. The merchant, I'll check him. I'll check him. Oh, he said time to take a merchant quest. I guess I could try a merchant quest. I don't know which ones guarantee a ruby or an emerald, though. Let me see.
Is there something you need? Can you help with this?
Are you planning to pass by Berg sometime? I have this ledger I need delivered to Pleel. His name's Pleel? The heck is a name like that?
Excellent.
Alright, there is the quest. So now we go to Berg. And we get ourselves whatever our reward he offers. I have no idea.
Greetings, friend.
You're useless again, dude. Why do you not have anything?
Greetings, friend. Yes.
Let me double check the quest. I always like to do that in case I messed it up. Talk to Gabriel. Oh, I have to go to the temple anyway.
Greetings, friend. Yes.
My bad. Forgot about that. I usually have loads of food on the floor of my houses. Yeah, I don't blame you, dude. I don't blame you. That quest gives a ruby. Nice. Have, like, more areas only accessible by quests. I like that stuff, yeah. There's a lot of potential for stuff like that in this game, too. There's... Oh, I was talking about it earlier. There's the giant tower in the middle of the swamp. It's not in the middle of the swamp. It's to the left of the giant town. And there's no reason for it to exist. Like, there's nothing in it. It doesn't do anything. You could have had a quest related to that if you had, you know, time to make the extra content. Put a dude up there or something. Oh, yeah, I gotta go talk to the... Who is it? The shopkeeper? The Pleel guy can sell 1 to 12 wine. What? No way he sells 12 wine. I've never seen that. That's gotta be the rarest chance of all time. Is your name Pleel? Yeah, you do look like a Pleel.
How can I help you?
Yeah, he has none. But...
How can I help? You've earned this.
I earned a ruby! Yay!
Want to buy something?
This guy's got wine. Hope the giants get more attention. Yeah, giants are really cool. They're probably one of the more interesting factions of the game. Them and Immaculates should hopefully get a big spotlight. When you get to Caldera, I leave a backpack on the ground with spoilables in it because the town never resets. Yeah, you almost have to. It's so useful.
Hey there.
Yep, I do it too. Alright, we gotta go talk to Roland. And he's gonna say, hey, will you go fix this for me?
Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no, oh no.
Oh, I have to talk to Gabriella first.
At least one of you knows what they're doing. I need you to prove. Here's the plan. This is bad. Don't forget to take Roland with you.
Now I talk to Roland.
Oh no, oh no.
What's wrong with your mana?
Oh no, could you ask for me?
Yes. Now, why doesn't he do this? Oh yeah, he has no confidence. Fair enough. Yeah, he just says, oh no, 50 times. Oh no, oh no. The man needs a confidence boost. He needs a lady in his life, that's what he needs. Talaron.
What can I do for you? I wonder. Here's what I need.
Aha! I was right. It was a mana stone. Unfortunately, it's one of those moments where I aha'd myself. Because now I need a mana stone. But, in theory, you could go out here and fight ghosts. Ghosts drop mana stones. Now, sometimes there aren't any ghosts, and I don't know what's up with that. But, hopefully that don't happen. What else do I want? Cold damage? Probably. You just buy one? No, 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 no. Okay. We must go kill a ghost. Who sells one? Does the mage have one? I thought I checked and she didn't. Or maybe she had a mana stone and she didn't have a Hackmanite. Maybe that's what that was. I think actually the Caravaner usually sells one too. Look at these trees, man. These trees are huge. No ghosts so far. My plan is not working very well. I almost never sell mana stones since I have 200 plus of them. Yeah, I've been selling them quite a bit this run, actually. Remember that whole thing about the no ghosts? Yeah, it happened to me. You're dead. You're not dead. Your mage just attacked you, though. You should know that. Goodbye. Alright, well, here's my plan. Sometimes if you enter the dungeon and... Hey, mana stone. Ah! Didn't need any ghosts. I just needed a mage. Hey! It's a ghost. Goodbye, ghost. Oh, he didn't have one. He had blue sand, though. I didn't even know they dropped blue sand. So potentially if you did this quest and you ran out of blue sand, you could just come farm ghosts. Though, as I just proved, farming them, not that easy since there's only one. He said sometimes if you just get the drop, yeah. Yeah, Destructo Disc from Dragon Ball Z. I like that. Krillin's special move. Does kind of feel like a Destructo Disc. Now I go speak to Talaron. And I will offer him the items that we have earned. Hello, Talaron.
Here's what I need.
Ta-da! Yeah, this quest has always confused me. It's like, why did Roland not want to come talk to the blacksmith? And then how come the blacksmith doesn't want to go just, like, give you... He doesn't give you the thing to give to him. He takes it over there himself. But I'm headed over there anyway. These people are horribly inefficient.
Oh, thank you.
That little gem trinket helps me a lot. Alright. It's time to kill the green horror. Meet me at the Cabal of Winds temple.
All right, I'm on my way there.
And we actually need to go there anyway this time because the unique is not dead. Had issues killing him last time. He was completely immune. Healed himself approximately... They all healed themselves, all the little dudes, like 15 times. It was annoying. Alright. What do I want to do here? I want to take water, and then I need to grab more water as well. Why talk to each other if you have a guy who just runs around for everyone? That's valid. That's valid. Look at this guy just walking around with a hunk of meat. Get this guy a job, please. Have you ever done a video about the entire lore of Outward? I have not. I have not. I've thought about it a couple of times. I've made a couple small lore videos. I'm gonna be honest, the thing that I always am, like, pretty impressed by anyone who makes lore videos, because I would be so afraid to make a mistake. You know what I mean? Like, the lore is actually kind of hard to all piece together, especially for a video, because you gotta make sure it's all in chronological order and then stuff like that. It's hard to get some of that, you know, it's easy to make a mistake. You just say one wrong thing and then now, like, half the story is gone awry or something. Yeah, I'd be afraid to make a big mistake in the story. For the most part, you could tell, like, the main story pretty well, I think. Without having to do too much conjecture. I did explore most of the lore when I did the 4 videos I've done on the hardcore runs. The next hardcore run, I won't do any story because we already covered it. You think in Outward 2 they're going to let us go to the mountain where Alat was killed? Yes, it is called... something or other, I don't remember. I think they actually confirmed that we will go at least near it. What's the name of that, guys? Scar or something? I don't know, I can't remember. Said you do what most folks do who are human and type up your correction info into the YouTube comments and pin it? Yeah. Here's my extra paragraph, guys. Gates of Catharsis. Thank you, Byte. Yes, Gates of Catharsis. Our lore will be a little tricky. There's not a lot of material. A good chunk of it is conjecture from people and not history. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, there actually is a lot of lore, but most of it has, like, side stories that you'd go off on, and then those side stories don't have full conclusions. You just kind of have to assume parts of it. And so every rabbit hole you go down is an endless rabbit hole. It all leads somewhere, at least to the end of the story, but it just doesn't. There's so many. I think probably Caldera is the most complete part. Caldera is a pretty well-told story with not too many loose ends. The loose ends are the weapons over there, like Shriek, Scepter, the Cruel Priest. They give you these tidbits of information and they go, see ya. It's like, wait a minute, I want to know more about the Scepter, the Cruel Priest guy. I want to know more about the Ancient Dwellers. Who locked them up? GM's over there. Evil laughing in the background. He got us. Was it ever explained why exactly Alat was killed? From what I understand, the lady, I think it was, slayed Alat. The Cabal of Winds as a collective came together to kill him because he was speaking the truth, basically. Basically, he threatened their religion. There was too many people following his religion. And they didn't like that, so they offed him. And it didn't work out, and they kind of ruined the world. So, next time, maybe don't do that. That's all I'm trying to say. I need some water. Honestly, I'd love to take Gaberry wine right about now. I want the cold damage. I would like decay damage. There we are. Oh, that was too based for the Wind Cabal? Yeah. He was too much of a man. They didn't like that. They're like, nah. It's funny, but it's true. They didn't want him to be independent. They wanted him to be like a... basically just a follower of their religion, you know? That is the truth. Brother, you're getting destroyed. Try better. Brace! There's nothing more fun than calling it out and then hitting it perfectly. That was a beautifully choreographed fight. I loved every second of that. Hey, an emerald. Nice. I'm thinking mana potion. Cabal Wind Temple, here I come. Every time I see these enemies, they remind me of the Spriggans from Skyrim. Oh, that's a good point. They actually have a very similar design aspect. Huh. Neat idea. I never thought of that. Alright, Roland. I've come to save you. I'm here, buddy. Get him. My chakram is badly damaged. We did it, Roland. Way to survive, buddy.
We did it. We actually did it. And I'm not dead.
I know, it is amazing.
Oh, thank you.
It is amazing that you didn't die. Ah! What the heck is he doing up here? Why does this stuff keep happening to me? It's the mini-boss. Why is the mini-boss up here? Oh, all these little guys, too. Alright, I'm not having this. You need to die immediately. Ouch. Okay, did he go inside the door? Can I lock him in? I'm gonna lock him in. I'm gonna lock him in. Yes, he's locked in. Let's go. I've never done that. That's so cool. Now you're stuck, my little prized pet. What are you gonna do now? Huh? Huh? Oh, my backpack's in there. What am I gonna do now? Oh. Well, this is a lot less triumphant than it was supposed to be. I guess I kill him? I don't know if I have enough mana to do that. Dude, another little guy? I'm sick of these dudes. Lightning ball. No, don't heal. No. Did every single little guy come up here? Alright, the problem is I am actually out of mana now. And I have nothing to buff. Ooh, wait a minute. I have a plan? This plan could work. It could work. Unequip that, re-equip this. Ready? It's gonna work, guys. It's gonna work. Then we do one of these. You have been confused. Alright, you got me that time. Boom, he's dead. Told you that flash onslaught was gonna come in handy. Oh, I don't have no mana. Alright, how many of these guys I just killed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them? There's another... Dude, what is happening? Why is everyone attacking me? Why are we all coming up here? This is the opposite of how you're supposed to do this dungeon. I keep using that too early and then I don't have enough mana for the second cast. So, I had a lot of trouble getting them to actually come after me last time, and this time they all came after me. Chitin! He dropped a double chitin. You have predator bones, which are very, very valuable. Double? Oh, didn't get double on that one, though. Cabal of Wind Incident Part 2, yeah. I don't know what's going on, man. They literally all came after me. Alright, we gotta reset here before I fight the shell horrors, though. I gotta get... Probably a varnish would help, actually. I am tainted. We could fix that back in town, though. What is this? Gives the possessed boon? Does that help me in any way? Maybe a little bit. Alright, fire is unimportant. We want ice, decay, lightning, and ethereal. We're gonna go runic protection. And then we're gonna pop the light again. I think I ran out of the light. Pop an ethereal. Ooh, that's the first time I've used a spirit varnish, I think. That looks cool. Look at that. Yeah, spirit varnish is just like the coolest, the best varnish. Ah! He came up here too. Everyone in the dungeon aggroed me. I'll be honest, I would rather not fight you on a ramp, sir. Very hard to hit him. This is why I said I didn't want to fight on the ramp, because first-person camera be like, nah, dude. If I am being honest, that is not the greatest fight I've ever taken. In fact, it's possible it's one of the worst. So just keep that in mind. Alright, we got two more? Yeah, there's one on top and one in the back. Our chakram being broken is really killing us right now. Should I just repair it? I have a tent. I'll just repair it. What do I care? Yeah, I blew him up the first time. I'll fight him this time. I don't have a problem fighting them. They're fun. Actually, shell horrors are some of the least fun to fight in first person. Just because of the camera. You think I get ambushed? Probably. 42% chance. I mean, better than 100. 100% was bad. That would not have been ideal. Alright. We did not get ambushed. Luck was on our side for once. Okay, now I want to make sure I got the bouillon and that that's repaired. It is fully repaired. So we'll take a discipline potion. And... oh, I wasted a Gabbary wine, though. That sucks. Hate doing that. Spirit. Cold. I think I liked the runic protection buff. That definitely gave me a good amount of resistance. And that's it. Oh, look at that. He's right here. He awaits his death. Come back, you! I don't think so, but okay. Very hard to put down a trap because they're so aggressive. So he hit me because I didn't back up far enough. So I think if I back up just a bit, that goes off and then I don't get hit. Almost played that right. It's just slightly off. I'm pretty sure I killed everything in the dungeon other than the shell horrors. That's a pretty weird experience for this dungeon. Can you remind me, ambush in dungeons just bring them to you? Yes. No new enemies are spawned inside dungeons. For the most part. For the most part. I believe there is one exception, but I can't remember what it is. Brother, get outside of me! I can't see. Yes, that one right there. It's putting your weapon away is what takes so much time. You kind of need to pick melee or pick the range, the magic. Ooh, it's a fast attack. Mana push is the key. I need to use that more. But yeah, so if you're inside of a cave and you go to sleep, the ambush is the ambush chance of any enemy in that cave. So it's more realistic than you would think. Like, they're not just going to randomly spawn an enemy in the cave. It's anything that it actually exists there that could attack you. Whereas outside in the world, enemies already spawn. So the ambushes are going to happen whether you like it or not, right? You could probably get ambushed a near unlimited amount of times in the open world. I'm not sure if that's true or not. Like, they probably have a limit at some point. Maybe if there's too many bodies on the floor. Actually, no, bodies disappear when you sleep, so that's not even true. Is there a mod that doubles the enemies? I don't know of one. Well, that's heavy. Ta-da! Ooh, wait a minute. Alright, that's pretty cool, though. Yeah, that's pretty cool. The thrice wrought halberd. I never even noticed that it, like, how the effect actually looks. It goes from the bottom of the weapon to the top. That is super cool. Okay. Nifty. Let's see what treasure awaits us inside. Nothing. Cool. I think I'm gonna drop another chitin. I know you guys are gonna yell at me for this, but it's too heavy. Maybe it's when you kill unique enemies, so as a replacement comes in. Yes. Yeah, some of the uniques are like that. So the Matriarch in the Electric Cave is like that. If you kill her, then a double swordsman golem spawns in, and then the blue Tanosaur is the same way. So once you kill him and you like reload the area, a regular Tanosaur spawns in. It's not all of them. Most of the Rust and Vengeance dungeons do not do that. Once you kill the unique, there's no enemy there anymore. I think the Liquid Cool Golem does, though. I think he respawns as a base version Golem. So many deer. Can I kill one? Maybe. Not even close. I've never really killed deer. I usually get enough meat to where I don't need to. They are actually frustrating to try and hunt down unless you have a bow. So there is a mod that adds the Caldera trainers in the main 3 areas that you can access the new skill trees earlier. Really? I didn't know that. That's kind of neat. That way you don't have to wait till the end of the game to try them. You know what we can... does the mod fix the aspect of... I know I just, like, made a non-sentence there. But does the mod let you use both trainers at the same time? I would be interested in trying something like that, where you could get the Specialist Trainer and the Arena Trainer at the same time and see, like, the power aspect. I feel like it wouldn't make much of a difference for the most part. Except maybe bows. Bows could probably get quite a bit powerful with both. Maybe something else. Maybe maces with dispersion. Though I think that's usually... yeah, elemental damage. I don't know. I don't know if it'd change gameplay that much, but... yes, you could use both training skills at the same time. Oh, yeah, that's cool. I want to try that.
Greetings, friend.
Why do you have 2 Master Trader hats? Please explain, sir. Boom. Way lighter. Not light enough, but way lighter. I was confused when I killed the Matriarch and no one spawned again, but when I didn't open the gate, it spawned with only the key on it. Ooh, did he just die outright from that? Indeed he did. Horror Chakram, still an incentive though. That poison was really putting in work. I might use it a little bit more in Caldera. Cali Greys are going to be really easy with Horror. Both trainers are in different areas, and it's a bit more expensive to balance one trainer. One of the trainers is by the Giants, and the other I don't know. Okay, that's cool. Another deer. This is the 3rd one in a row. You're lucky you missed, because if you hadn't, I would have raged. Did you drop the green chitin? No, I got it. Ta-da! Just a pile of deer, don't mind them. Man, anybody want coral horn antlers? Probably a bit late to the party, but how's it going? What's up, Maeve? It's going good. Makes sense to have multiple chakrams anyways, just due to the frequency of them breaking. They do break pretty fast. I think all offhand weapons break pretty fast because when you make a build around them, you use them as a main hand weapon, and so they just are constantly getting used. And all offhand weapons are used by skills, which typically consume more durability. Nowadays, there's over 280 mods. I took the time to read most of them, but most of them haven't any video review. So maybe a good video idea would be to review them. Yeah, I've tried quite a few of them. I would say the majority of the mods for Outward are pretty good. There's very few that are just kind of stupid. There's a couple mods on there where it's like a guy literally wrote in the description, "Hey, this is just for me. Don't use it." And it's like, why'd you even put it on here then?
How can I help you?
That seems kind of weird, but those are very rare. There's a lot of really good ones on there. And I would like both of those, if you don't mind. Ah, of course I'm still tainted.
How can I help you?
Of course. You, sir.
Want to buy something?
Do I have stamina tartines? I do. Alrighty, folks. I want to sell, continue to sell. Ooh, ghost eyes, though? Never mind. I am keeping those.
How can I help you?
Are you kidding me? A lot of ghost eyes. Oh, I need like 5. Nailed it. Gabriella, I've come back. What are you looking at? Get out of here. This isn't part of your business. I'm not sharing information with you. Move on, buddy. Move on. Get. Why are you obsessed with Gabriella? It's kind of creepy. Kind of creepy. I'm not sure I like you. That would have killed you in the real world. There you go. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Oi, hey there. Did you bring back proof? Huh. Now wait. Can you go fetch Julius? Julius has been staying at the
Yes, Julius is totally alive, dude. Totally. Nothing at all going wrong with Julius right now. Perfectly chill dude, having a good time. Oh my goodness, what happened to Julius?
Oi, you! Yes, you! He was told. She said if I don't get into that necropolis, my mistress will kill me. That's... Oh, it's on.
Poor Julius. I wonder what could have happened. Dude, if these NPCs don't get out of my way. Actually, he has a cool outfit on. Alright, now I gotta, what, talk to Gabriella? She's in the Necropolis. Ooh, we get to fight the undead warrior? Whatever his name is, I don't remember. The skeleton. Yeah, I saw this mod also with only private use. Bit confusing. Yeah. There's a lot of really cool ones to choose from, though. I think the more interesting ones are usually the class mods. Like, they just add a new class to the game. Hello, don't mind me just going into the Necropolis for no reason. Alright, I believe there are 3 ghosts in here as soon as I enter. So, we want that, cold, and decay. Maybe lightning. I don't see myself using much lightning here, though. Yeah, pretty slim chance on that one. Nothing down here even does lightning damage either, so I don't think the Tainted is going to hurt me that much. Never trust anyone with the surname Battleborn. Yeah, they typically choose violence, that's true. They're not known for their kindness, we'll say that much. Oh, y'all want some of this, huh? Huh? Sit down. You missed, idiot. You would have had me, too. It's your biggest blunder of all time. Goodbye. That's what I forgot. Alpha sandwich. Nice. A varnish is always good. Oh, I need to open this up, don't I? Wait. Oh, you opened it up down here. My bad.
Oh, thank the ancestors.
Jason's here to save the day.
Oh, lovely. As soon as we got this far, go. Here's the plan. Curious.
Alright, greasy fern time. Have at the ghost. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna trap you to death, aren't I? Goodbye. Watch this, this is gonna be cool. Yeah, Runic Trap is totally not busted in any possible way. No, no, definitely not. You know, it's interesting. The last ghost only took half damage. I wonder if that's because it didn't hit him all the way or something. Watch this. Elemental vulnerability, and then he walks into the trap and dies. Oh, he dodged the elemental vulnerability. What a punk. Poke. Poke again. Alright, where's this altar I'm supposed to interact with? Is it at the end of the hallway? Yes, sir. Alright, there's one done. Now we gotta do number 2. I have a plan, ladies and gentlemen. I very rarely have a plan. Trust me when I say this. Boy, do I have a plan. This is gonna be good. About to knock your socks off for this one. Oh. Well, I hope you guys can see it. Here's what we do. You ready? I'm gonna put down a trap. And then we're gonna drop the backpack. We're gonna run in here and get the ghost's attention. Next, we want all of the little skellies to see us. I'm gonna walk over to this corner. Yeah! You gotta love it. I didn't love that. Now we brace this man. Wrong button. Mix this stuff up here. Oh, he's a little scary. He does a lot of damage. That was cool, though. I got rid of every single little ghost in one go. I love doing stuff like that. Flash Onslaught really is just like a classy skill, I feel like. Could you stop dodging every single thing I throw at you? There we go. This guy does not want to die, I can tell you that much. But he will. Yeah, dude, that was awesome. I hid in this corner. I popped this guy, this guy, this guy, and the ghost all at the same time. The guy has a limit of 5 people. I don't think it hit the ghost, the main enemy, though, for some reason. Did he have confusion on him? Did anyone see that? Nice loot. Yeah, and these don't spawn enemies either. Nice. Burning greasy fern. He didn't? Okay, so it didn't hit him, but I'm wondering why it didn't hit him. Maybe he was behind the pillar. I'm also wondering if the character limit or the enemy limit on Flash Onslaught's 4 and not 5. I thought it was 5 for some reason. Maybe I'm wrong about that, though.
Huh. Here's the plan.
Here's the plan. You go do everything while I stand here. Alright, sounds good. Truly an incredible plan. Hold on. Hold on. Oh! Guys, think Caldera. This is old Sirocco. It's the same room as the second floor. You lead to the Tor Crab down there. And there's a red ghost right here. And instead of these being here, there's a chest. And then you look down and you can see the Tor Crab and the 2 burning men. This is a similar asset to the one in Caldera. I've never noticed that. That's kind of cool. It's not the exact same, like they flip stuff around, but it's a similar asset. It's kind of interesting. How am I just now noticing that? I've been here way too long to have just now noticed. Hello, Roland.
Thank a lot you made it. I really don't like this. Oh no, stand back.
Option 1.
I know exactly what I have to do.
The only thing we didn't do is talk to him at the beginning of the game. What the heck? That is really loud. Alright, so what reward do we want? Do we want to expand our mana, or do we want to be protected from harm? We cannot use the Lantern of Souls because we have too many things in our offhand, mainly 1 chakra. So, we expand our mana for an additional 25. Ta-da! Dude, our mana's gonna be crazy. Dude, it's gonna be insane. How much mana do we have now? 105 with 155 health and stamina. Jeez, this is a good build, dude. You ever interviewed the Outward devs? I've never interviewed them, but I have talked to them a couple of times. Okay, let me think about this. How do I get back to what's-his-face? I think it's just this way. So we head back here. We can get the shield, which I want to try the shield out, see what it looks like.
Off with you.
Cremue.
What? Listen up. What? Fine.
So this is the ornate bone shield. Honestly, pretty similar to the wolf shield and how it looks. I think it looks cooler from the front. Kind of neat, I guess. It's a little less impressive than I thought it was going to be. 51 impact on a shield? What? The damage is low, but the impact's kind of wild. There's so few big group fights, and it gets rid of your discipline buff. Flash Onslaught shouldn't have a limit on how many it can hit at once. I don't know. I think the limit's there so it doesn't break the game completely, like bug the game out. Because If you get too many enemies on screen and then hit them with it, it might have had issues. That might be why. Hey, I solved all your problems, Risa. How do you feel?
Well done.
2 gold bars for solving all your problems. I feel like I deserve more than that, but hey, whatever. I wanted to use that shield, but stuck with the Fabulous. Yeah, it's tough, because Fabulous does the same thing at the end of the day. It's still just 25% weakness. And you can use any Varnish and strengthen those as well, so slightly better. I think Ornate gets the fashion points, though. It looks cool. Also, if you want to make, like, a Skeletal Knight, or maybe, like, an Undead Knight, that one fits really, really well. It's hard to pass up. Hard to pass up. Again, sometimes this just looks over... Hey, look, the Caldera flag. Zorn's Demon Shield, coolest looking shield. I could agree with that. Whose flag is this? Is that Tremontaine? I think that one over there is the Kazite flag? Of the Orochi, maybe? That, I don't know. Maybe it's not. It looks weird to me. I don't remember seeing that one before. Wow, it's dark out here. Who wanted to talk to me? Nobody? Okay. Valid. Yeah, Zorn's shield is pretty freaking cool. Honestly, all Zorn's equipment is awesome. The dagger, the shield, and the backpack are just amazing. Very cool ways to get all of them, too. Store that, if you will. 12 gold. Moving up in the world. Little by little, but we are getting there. Alrighty. Lux Lachette. I've got some bread. Let's make some sandwiches. I hope Dagger and Shield come back in Hour 2 so I could use both at the same time. I think they will, yeah. Daggers already were confirmed. I already tried the daggers. I don't remember if I tried Shield. Did they have a shield in the demo? I don't remember. I want to say they did, but I could be wrong about that. How am I looking weight-wise? I am completely full. That adds up. Didn't pick up the Bread of the Wild? No, I didn't. It's still... Oh, I have like a ton of food, dude. Like, way too much food. Alright, Vendival Key. Don't need that. Montcalm. Vendival. And Marker Tomb. Where is that at? I just picked that up. Okay. Health potions. I need 3 of them. Nice. Some of those potions, and then do I have any cures in here? No, I don't. Well, that's a bummer. I wanted some. Whatever. Alright, we are ready for the next aspect here, which I believe is walking around. So I gotta skip 3 days. Specifically meant the Zorn shield and... Oh, you wanted to use the exact items. The Zorn shield and dagger. Okay, I got you. Yeah, they might bring them back as like novelty items, maybe. Not sure why they made him use a dagger and shield when they're offhand weapons. It is an interesting choice. I like to think of it like this, though. Zorn the Hunter, okay? His backpack is the hunting backpack. So clearly he's like an exemplary hunter, you know? And a hunter would use the right tool for the right monster. So potentially he has dagger and shield just because, like, shield was better at fighting manticores while dagger was better for fighting whatever else, you know? I was actually pretty surprised they didn't have Zorn's bow, because that would have been a perfect hunting item. That one would have given you, like, all the options you can't use together, but you could use separately, you know? Okie dokie, talk to Risa in the city of Berg. It is nighttime, so I cannot see a thing. Duly noted. Hey, mana tent, though? First person? I gotta say, this thing is awesome. I feel like I need to put down the luxury tent just to see how big it is. Sir, can I get in the freaking tent, please? Thank you. Caligrate tent? Ooh, what about the totemics? Those are huge. Those would be cool first person. Totemic lodges? Yeah, those are gigantic. Maybe even the snow tent? The snow tent is kind of an interesting looking tent. Check for the wine. Valid point. Let me grab the money with them there. Who'd you say has it? It's like every shopkeeper, basically? It's kind of wild. No way, it's all of them. I imagine the daggers just to gut off the dead enemies. Yeah, you would use a dagger for stuff like that. That's true. That is true.
How can I help you?
Boom, nailed it. 3 wine. Look at you. No, who just pushed me up into the air? I've had enough of these NPCs. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and guess the cook has some
Want
too.
to buy something?
Nice, so that's 7 so far.
How can I help you?
Yeah, done. Hey, 7? That's pretty good. That was pretty good.
The situation between us and Levant has a lot demands wonder. I need some. Here's what I need you to do.
Talk to Sagard.
Listen well. You'll have a bet. And the monk, please. Here's what I need you to do.
Here's what I need you to do. You need you to calm down, stop bossing me around, lady. Dude, that was a really good amount of wine, though. Great call. Time to buff out the wazoo. Look at that mana bar. It's crazy. Don't think I took bouillon yet, and I need healing. And then we'll take the wine. Nailed it. Do I or do I not have... I do have perturments. Sweet. Would you like to fight, sir?
So the little mouse from Cierzo... Ha! I doubt that very much. So the little mouse from Cierzo... Do you know what you're starting? You've just made a terrible mistake!
Alright, fair enough. You got me on that one. Ooh, knocked you over, buddy. Oh, I thought he'd walk into it. Could use traps, but I think blocking with the sword's a little better. Sagard, I hate to say this, buddy, but the Chakram is way better than you are.
Oh, it's on! You fight dirty. I respect that.
You fight dirty. I respect that. What a line. What a line, dude. That's great stuff. Okay, now I need to talk to the Ash Giants and Montcalm. And I think we'll probably have to do those tomorrow, folks. That's a fun fight. I wish you could fight, like, all the NPCs and just have a mini battle with them. That'd be cool. Good stuff, though. I'll have that. Can I craft this? Yeah, I already know how to make that. Well, there we are, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we finally got the Frozen Chakram. And it is a beast. I am surprised that the Horror Chakram is still pretty good, though. It compares pretty well. This one has more impact. 44 impact is crazy. I think the other one had like 36? Maybe at 40? I could check. $45. Hold on. It has more impact than the Frozen? Never mind. What the heck? Horror Chakra might be slightly better. That's crazy. That's actually insane that the Horror Chakram is slightly better than the hardest to get Chakram in the game. Wow. Yeah, no wonder it compares so well. Still, I like this one better. The Chakram in Caldera is also pretty good. We are going to grab that. Yes, we're going to grab that for sure. What's up, Aaron? Thanks for the stream. Yeah, you bet. The arena mode. And arena mode? Yeah, like another one with extra NPCs would have been cool. I like the one we got in Caldera, but it would have been nice to fight, like, more of the familiar NPCs, not just random ones you have no idea who are. Like, imagine fighting Soren. That would be cool. That'd be cool. He would wipe the floor with you. You just auto-lose. Soren's a beast. You don't mess with him. You do not mess with Soren, bro. Guy will mess you up. Or Zephyrian before he gets killed. That'd be cool. Alright, folks. I think that's about it from me. Look at this, though. I'm still using black plate boots. Wow. I've had these for a long time. A long time. Honestly, I might go elite plate the cold boots at this rate. Just do extra cold damage. Can't hurt. Can't hurt. I don't think this has a cool enchant, though. But yeah, that's about it for me, guys. Want to have a friendly spar with Zephyrian? Exactly. Exactly. Hopefully a mod author listened to the arena idea. Yeah, let's get somebody to mod in a new arena. How about that? That'd be sick. That'd be really sick. There is a mod that lets you fight the arena bosses back-to-back, like a boss rush. I might try that on this run. I didn't download it, but I might download it. Once we get there. So. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for being here. It was a blast. You guys are awesome. Appreciate your support. Don't forget to like on the way out if you would like to support some more. We'll be streaming tomorrow. I think tomorrow's Friday. That's the idea. And then... yeah, we'll probably finish up Faction tomorrow. I don't see why we wouldn't. We're on the last step anyway. Start Rust and Vengeance. Get that going. I'm excited for Rust and Vengeance. My favorite dungeon. I want to see that in first person. I really do. So, other than that, enjoy Silk Song for those who are able to play it right now. Seems like it's catching the world at the moment, so let me know how that is tomorrow. Other than that, I'm out of here. Catch you guys later.